A very good morning to you and welcome. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. I am Nana Tufo Boateng. As always, we have an interactive show for you. We like to help all of us get a proper understanding of some of the issues that are dominating the media space. And so we'd like to entreat you to also join us with your thoughts, your comments, and your contributions. All right. Send us a text via WhatsApp. The number is on your screens. And you can also join us on Facebook or on YouTube, where we'll be streaming live. All right. Channel One TV GH. Let us know what you think. Send us a comment there. We'll do our best to read it out on the show. Now, if you go on X and on Instagram, we have some very interesting posts there. Kindly engage those posts. So like, share, repost, retweet, and all of that. Then you can subscribe or follow us on TikTok, where we've reserved some exclusive videos for you on there. So go follow, go like, go subscribe, go share, go repost, go retweet, and all of that. All righty. Okay, so we're in the third week of the month of July. And that should tell you that we're gearing up to some exciting times ahead in the rest of the year. So let's start from the pre-secondary level, where we're asking students between the ages of 11 and 15 to engage, to participate in the literacy challenge. Now, the literacy challenge will afford these students the opportunity to stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis and a laptop. All right. This year, our focus is on artificial intelligence and its inclusion in basic education, the advantages and disadvantages thereof, and how we can include artificial intelligence in basic education without leaving students in rural and underserved communities behind. So our essay is simple. We are asking that in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant, discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence, AI, in education. Advice on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. We have a few guidelines for our interested students, okay? Please make sure that your essay is in your own handwriting. Your essay should be in your own handwriting. So if you're looking to participate in the literacy challenge, please make sure that you are writing the essay yourself. Don't type it out, okay? It's important that your essays are in your own handwriting. Please be sure to add your full contact details. Full contact details, how we can reach you, all right? So add your full contact details. And your essay must be endorsed by a parent, a guardian, or a teacher. Don't forget, it's also important so that we know that indeed there's consent to your participation in the literacy challenge. And after you tick all these three boxes, be sure to post to the literacy challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123. The literacy challenge, P.O. Box GP 14123, Accra Central. Or you can deliver it to the Channel One TV premises at Tesano here in Accra. The deadline for submission of entries is at 5 p.m. on the 30th of July 2026. So on or before 5 p.m. on the 30th of July 2026, you can send in your entries. No entries will be admitted after 5 p.m. on the 30th of July. Now, let me do some concern here, because some people have started sending theirs in already. So if you haven't done yours, you should be doing that right about now. Okay, this one is free concern that I'm giving you. Some entries have started coming in. In fact, they're coming in their numbers. So the earlier, the better for you. Send in your entries now. And there are no restrictions, or if you like, geographical restrictions here. It's for students between 11 and 15 years from all corners of this country. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you are or where you're schooling. You can also send in your entry and stand a chance of winning 10,000 Ghana cedis and a laptop. So that's for our students between the ages of 11 and 15 years. Our parents, our teachers, our guardians, please encourage your wards to participate in the literacy challenge. If you need any information, call 0205 973 973. 0205 973 973. Now, that said, the weekend is almost upon us. It's midweek today, so we have Thursday and Friday, and then we're in the weekend. Now, this weekend, there's something big, something extravagant, something extraordinary happening in the northern region. All right? Businesses from all corners of this country will assemble at the Jubilee Park in Tamale for the Northern Business Fair. All right? Now, the Tamale Jubilee Park will be transformed into a bustling commercial center where businesses from across the entire country will showcase their products and services to thousands of prospective customers, partners, and investors. Okay? So here's why it's important that you participate as an exhibitor. Now, you've probably been looking for an investor to invest in your business for some time now. This is the opportunity for you. Okay, call 0205 973 973 and finish up with your registration and come to the Northern Business Fair. There's a potential investor waiting for you. You're probably looking to scale up your customer base. Potential customers are waiting for you at the Jubilee Park on Saturday and on Sunday. And of course, if you're looking for a partner to grow that business of yours, come to the Northern Business Fair. Now, for potential businesses who are in different parts of the country and are looking to, if like, go into certain businesses that you may consider the reserve or the preserve or certain parts of this country, come to the Northern Business Fair. They are all going to be there. It's where you're able to establish connections, networks, and partnerships, and then this will help grow your business, scale up your business. And so we'd like to see you there on the 25th and the 26th of July at the Tamale Jubilee Park, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day for the Northern Business Fair. All right, it's the only fair, the only exhibition that opens up all the regions in the northern part of the country to all other regions in Ghana and beyond. All right, so the fair is happening up north, and then of course you're having businesses from all regions in the northern part of Ghana joining in, but then there are no restrictions again because businesses from the south, from the east, from the west are also coming to the Northern Business Fair. And that's why we look forward to seeing you there so that we can all participate and engage in business transactions and, of course, partnerships, networks, investments going forward. We're going to have exhibitors in the fashion industry, the toiletries, the cosmetics, the consumables, manufacturing, invention, agric, and all other sectors of the economy. So if you're looking for that innovation that will be the game changer for you, come to the Northern Business Fair. All right. Now, we'd like to say thank you to EcoBank. Thank you to the National Petroleum Authority. Thank you to SIC Insurance, and thank you to North Shore Apparel GH for supporting the Northern Business Fair. So EcoBank, we are grateful. National Petroleum Authority, NPA, we are grateful. Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, we are grateful. North Shore Apparel GH, thank you. SIC Insurance, thank you as well. We look forward to seeing you. And guess what? All these sponsors will bring some amazing businesses as well. And so you need to show up for the Northern Business Fair. Now, when we wrap up, okay, the Northern Business Fair, which is an exhibition for all variety of all products, goods, and services, as well as inventions and innovations, we'll step into the month of August in grand style. In fact, we're not even stepping into it. We are driving into the month of August because guess what? We're bringing you the Auto Sale and Expo. This one is a Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited partnership. And we have an Auto Sale and Expo for you on the 13th and 14th of August 2026. Now, at this expo, you get to discover the full range of Zonda Tech automobiles designed to deliver power, efficiency, and durability on every road. I'm sure you've been seeing the Tank, the Cherry, and all of those vehicles under the umbrella of Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. If you want to experience same, if you want to know what technology is in these vehicles, and if you want to know what these vehicles are made of, if you are a car enthusiast, this is the expo for you. So we have an auto sale and expo simply for you. And guess what? We're going to have some clinics at this expo as well. So you have the auto clinic, you have the financial clinic, and all of that. So please join us at the Zonda Tech showroom at Dzorwulu from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day on the 13th and 14th of August 2026 for the Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo. So for all the car lovers out there, this one is made especially for you. Mark your calendar and join us at the Channel One TV and Zonda Tech Ghana Limited Auto Sale and Expo. Let's drive into the month of August in style. You see how we're all looking to do, trying to be climate resilient and climate tolerant and reduce emissions into the air and all. Come and experience proper electric vehicles, okay? Electric vehicles from Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. And you see, they are not restricted, these people. So they have your sedans, they have your four-wheel drives, they have your saloons, they have your trucks, they have vehicles for commercial purposes, they have vehicles for private use, just name it. So we'd like to see you there at the Auto Sale and Expo on the 13th and 14th of August 2026 at the Zonda Tech showroom at Dzorwulu, all right, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. Come and discover a wide range of powerful, stylish, and durable vehicles built to suit every lifestyle and every road. Whether you're buying your first car or upgrading your current one or simply exploring the latest models, this is the place to be. So don't miss the Auto Sale and Expo. And if you need any information, kindly call 0205 973 973. Drive your dream home with Zonda Tech Ghana Limited and Channel One Television. All right, so I'll be there. I'll be at the entrance waiting to see you. And come and experience the wide range of cars Zonda Tech Ghana has. And then when you buy them, you buy one for me. You understand? All right, let's get into our newspapers for today. The Daily Graphic is here. Front page says, no sirens without approval. No sirens without approval. Cabinet directs MPs and public and also restricts police escorts. Okay, so now if you are coming behind me and I don't see any proper escort and you are using the strobe lights and I don't give you way, you can't come and complain. So no sirens without approval. Cabinet directs MPs and the public and also restricts police escorts. Right. Ghana secures deal to reform small-scale mining. Ghana secures deal to reform small-scale mining. And then you have Christ the King School marks 70 years of Catholic education. Christ the King School marks 70 years of Catholic education. Assemblies of God and Pentecostal Council commiserate with Dagbang. Assemblies of God and Pentecostal Council commiserate with Dagbang. So that's also on the front page. Other stories here says mid-year economic review must focus on revenue mobilization. Mid-year economic review must focus on revenue mobilization. So you have that also on the front page. And it's a call by economists. When you go to the back page, Ghana Garden and Flower Show launched. Ghana Garden and Flower Show launched. PURC constructs boreholes for 7 communities in Karaga. PURC constructs boreholes for 7 communities in Karaga. So that's the Daily Graphic for today, Wednesday, July 22, 2026. Let me take you to the Chronicle. Okay. Driver plots with goons to rob master. Police recover 300,000 Ghana cedis. Hey. Driver plots with goons to rob master. Police recover 300,000 Ghana cedis. Final preparations peak for Apostle Kwadwo Safo's state-scale funeral. Final preparations peak for Apostle Kwadwo Safo's state-scale funeral. Gold board to procure a gold traceability system next month. That's according to the CEO, Sammy Gyamfi. Okay. Yeah, I don't understand why Gold board has been in existence for over a year, has been trading gold, and is unable to trace the gold it is buying, where it is buying. So if now they are going to procure a traceability system from next month, we'll look forward to it. If you go to the top right-hand corner of the front page, it says disinflation era over, but economy still robust, says Dr. Isiama. Disinflation era over, but economy still robust, says Dr. Isiama. Dr. Isiama is the governor of the Bank of Ghana. Our scripture for today is from Psalm 62, verse 10. Put no trust in extortion, set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. Psalm 62, verse 10. Put no trust in extortion, set no vain hopes on robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart on them. This is the reading of the word. May the Lord add his blessings to his word. All right, let's go to the Custodian newspaper. Custodian says, we'll fight for justice for Wontumi. Minority leader vows. We'll fight for justice for Wontumi. Minority leader vows. Wontumi's sentence is justice turned upside down. That's according to Member of Parliament for Fuasia Yorubi, Kojo Opon Nkrumah. Dr. China, that's Dr. Charles Dramina, also known as Dr. China. He is an NPP General Secretary, hopeful. And the story says Dr. China sues Haptel for 5 million cedis over campaign short code breach. Hey, 5 million cedis, wow. Dr. China sues Haptel for 5 million cedis over campaign short code breach. NDC fails on SHS double track, sets 2029 to end the system. Banks write off 883.7 million cedis bad loans in 4 months. So it comes with a picture of Dr. Johnson Pandit Isiama. He's governor of the Bank of Ghana. So that's the Custodian newspaper. Let's go to the News Center. The News Center says NPA's failures contaminated fuel sold to consumers. Fuel mixed with water, 87.3 million liters of petrol without NPA quality checks sold to consumers. That's according to the Auditor General. Coca picks #1 slot, signaling ballot advantage. So that's Odenihun Kwekwapia. He is an Ashanti regional chairman aspirant for the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Nearly 1 in 3 Ghanaians living with HIV unaware of status. Nearly 1 in 3 Ghanaians living with HIV unaware of status. That's according to the Ghana AIDS Commission. Parliamentary Committee assesses Gold Board's impact. Parliamentary Committee assesses Gold Board's impact. And then you have unsafe Okada riding fueling brain trauma crisis. That's according to an expert. Unsafe Okada riding fueling brain trauma crisis. And that's Frank Opoku. He's a neuroscience nurse specialist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. All right. So that's the News Center newspaper. Let's go to Larry Dogbe's The Herald newspaper. The Herald says, Akufo-Addo's tough anti-Galamsey law jails Wontumi 20 years. Akufo-Addo's tough anti-Galamsey law jails Wontumi 20 years. NPA rejects claims of 78.6 million cedi scandal. NLA deploys paperless lottery operations with Fidelity Bank's support. Anglo Gold Ashanti strikes $66.5 million deal for Iduapre mine. OSP rubbishes U.S. immigration judge's ruling on Ofori-Atta, insists High Court warrant against him still valid. Okay, so that's the Herald. Let's go to the Informer. NPP chases Mahama over alleged Galamsey petitions against NDC officials. Halt tribunal's bill. Build consensus first. Bawumia to Mahama. OSP denounces U.S. court ruling on Ofori-Atta, says its case is not before any immigration court. Reshuffle signals quick government as appointees and party bigwigs jostle for positions. NPP falls on own dagger. The chronology of events and the questions that refuse to go away. 14 years on, memory of President John Evans Atta Mills lives strongly in my heart without my presence at Asumdwe Park. Okay, so that's the Informer. The New Republic says Galamsey Baron jailed. Court rejects last-minute gambit as Wontumi begins 20-year stretch. Wontumi abandoned on Judgment Day. Atachia flees. No flag bearer, no executives, no allies, only silence. New era for investment in Ghana. National Investment Registry launched. Investor rules liberalized and 2025 FDI figures expected in August. Edubuain's 49 million cedi ghost system. Judgment Day nears as AG closes case this week. Hits Nigeria. So that's the New Republic. Let's do the Ghanaian Point. Julius Deborah advocates stronger public-private partnership transformation. Minority calls for equal Galamsey enforcement, urges Court of Appeal to review Wontumi conviction. MMDAs have no mandate to permit mining equipment use. That's according to the Lands Minister. There is no evidence from OSP showing Ofori-Atta committed any crime. That's according to a U.S. immigration judge. Ghana has recorded no Ebola case. Health Minister clarifies after SABC report error. All right. The Daily Post says 22 patients benefit from 2 million cedi complex device implant at Cardio Center in Kolebu. We've rejected amount offered by Chairman Wontumi for plea bargaining in Exim Bank case. That's according to the Deputy AG. Ghana's next president will come from NDC. No chance for MPP in 2028. Martin Kpebu explains. Okay. Let's go to the Ghanaian Publisher. Dame and AG clash over Hanan trial. Wontumi jailed unfairly. That's according to the Minority. Bagman orders MPs to get escort approval. Parliament hails Gold Board's impact. That's the Ghanaian Publisher. And I'll wrap it off with the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide says NSA under fire over 60 cedi service allowance deduction. NSA under fire over 60 Ghana cedi service allowance deduction. Ofori-Atta still facing criminal charges. That's according to the OSP. Ofori-Atta still facing criminal charges. Parliament assesses Gold Board's $16.11 billion gold trade. Then you have AG Ghana, that's Assemblies of God Ghana, pays tributes to late Yana. 34 fight for Ashanti NPP executive positions. 28 suspects nabbed for cybercrime, human trafficking, and arms deals. So that's on the front page of the Daily Guide. The Daily Gist. Apostle Kwadwo Sarfo funeral preparations reach climax. 12.6 million cedi scandal rocks national service personnel scammed in court. NPA rejects 78.6 million cedi rot claims, defense audit findings. Atachia unveils 20 grounds to overturn Wontumi's conviction. OSP and government cry foul over U.S. court ruling on Ofori-Atta's case. 9 weeks after IMF exit, NDC returns for $1 billion loans. Opon Kroma reveals. So that's the Daily Gist. The Daily Gist. So walk to a newsstand near you and you can get a copy. All right. Now, Channel One News Online says Ghana earns more from gold but spends more on oil as trade flows expand. Then you have Petroleum Commission trained just 174 of 6,000 targeted workers. That's according to the Auditor General. NPP in bad shape. We must unite to regain power. Paul Afoko speaking there. Again, he says, my brother's prosecution was intended to target me. That's Paul Afoko speaking. John Mahama says, over 50 kilometers of drains desilted to tackle flooding. Parliament approves $300 million Star J funding for secondary education. Judge erred by refusing Supreme Court referral in Wontumi case. That's according to Atachia. Ashigbe rejects claims linking him to Wontumi conviction. Football can transform Ghana's economy if we invest. That's according to the Sports Fund. All right, you can get details on channel1newsonline.com. Let's make a quick stop on citynewsroom.com. Ghana's reserves dropped by $1.2 billion. Import cover slips to 5 months. Then you have $300 million World Bank loan to expand secondary education, not fund free SHS. That's according to Adongo. Attorney General rejects Wuntumi's plea bargain proposal in the Exim Bank case. Adams Mahama murder. I always believed my brother was innocent. That's Paul Afoko. Again, Paul Afoko says Wuntumi's 20-year sentence excessive. Well, he was speaking on the face-to-face program with Umaru Sanda Amadu last night. Wuntumi's legal team to file appeal notice next week. That's according to Atachia. Parliament approves $300 million loan for SHS infrastructure expansion. So go to citynewsroom.com or you can visit channel1newsonline.com and you get details of these stories and several others. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the news review segment.
This August, the journey begins again on Channel 1 TV. Relive the unforgettable moments from the 10th edition of the Heritage Caravan 2026 as we take you on an extraordinary adventure across 14 breathtaking regions of Ghana in 8 magical days. From the rich culture and history to the stunning landscapes, mouth-watering cuisine, and unforgettable experiences. Every episode celebrates the beauty and diversity of Ghana.
So from Asante State to line, maternally, are the rulers of the Asante Kingdom since 1690.
Don't miss the sights, the stories, the people, and the memories.
Basfa is now known as Awa International.
Don't bend so Marvel, now to the champion. Don't bend so Marvel, now to the champion. What's up? What's your tiny goo? What's up? What's your tiny goo? Way now you need that. What's up, come the goo? What's up? What's your tiny goo? What's up? What's your tiny goo? Way now you need that.
Baby, your bow watch. Money coming, sana me po.
Tune in this August on Channel 1 TV and once again, let's experience Ghana like never before.
From across Ghana to the heart of Tamale, the very best of made in Ghana products, services, innovation, education, enterprise, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate organizations are all coming together at one exciting event. The Northern Business Fair 2026, your one-stop destination to discover, shop, connect, network, and explore new business opportunities in Northern Ghana. Whether you are an entrepreneur, investor, student, business owner, or consumer, this is where Ghanaian excellence meets opportunity. Join us on Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th July 2026 at Jubilee Park Tamale from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Are you ready to showcase your business to the nation and beyond? Call 0205-973-973 now and secure your spot. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, the National Petroleum Authority, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, North Shore Apparel Ghana Limited, and SIC Insurance PLC. The Northern Business Fair 2026, your market, your connections, your growth.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Advise on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Thursday, 30th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central. Stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV. And it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocates Publishing.
Alrighty, hello there. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. It's time to get into the news review segment where we get to have a conversation with our guest in studio on some of the topical issues dominating the media space. But we're always excited to extend an invitation to you to send in your thoughts, your comments, and your contributions. Let us know what you make of these topics, as well as the submissions that will be made by our guests in studio. Join us via text. There's a WhatsApp number on your screens. Send us a message, and we'll do our best to read it out on the show. Alternatively, you can join us on YouTube or on Facebook. We're streaming live there, Channel 1 TV GH. Join us with your comments there as well, and we'll read them out on the show for you. Let me say good morning to Michael Kosidede. He's an engineer and a regular on the show. Engineer, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
Good to see you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Eric Chuma has been away for a while, but it's good to have him back in the studio. He's a member of the NPP's communications team. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Nana. It's good to be here always.
Very well, very well, very well. Well, since you're here, we'll start from your camp. Your Ashanti Regional Chairman, Bernard Nkibu Esiakon, Chairman Wuntumi, as we like to call him, has been sentenced to 20 years imprisonment over some illegal mining infringements and all that. But your party doesn't seem to agree with this judgment. In fact, the minority in parliament held a press conference yesterday and described a 20-year jail term as a miscarriage of justice. Do you subscribe to this?
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity once again. Good morning, engineer.
Good morning.
We haven't met before. It's nice to get acquainted. The party has, on two levels, in Parliament and then the party, the National Party, have issued specific statements on the matter. And we are of the view that whatever the party says is, of course, there's a reason why I'm here. So it's not to now distill the statement and what the party has said, but look at the issues in its totality. As far as you're concerned, the matter went through a process. Some due process was activated. The judge has made a decision. We live in a democracy that allows for these issues to go through its logical conclusion by an appellate system. So as far as I'm concerned on that perspective, not to go into what the party has already said and that's already in the public domain, urge some level of calm and also allow the process to get to its logical conclusion. I listened to the legal department of the party, the legal director of the party, and they are of the view that there's definitely elements in there that will be a basis for an appeal. And by and large, I mean, everybody believes that even if that is the case, the sentence is excessive, and most people have said it.
Excessive?
But then, like I said,
but the sentencing regime was changed under your administration.
I understand. I'm coming there, right? But not to get into the details of it. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to hazard any guesses and all of that. But I believe strongly that because you still have an opportunity through an appellate system where you can go to an appeals court and probably even go all the way to
the
Supreme Court if that's the case. Let's allow it to get to its logical conclusion. In all of these things, I mean, the final conclusion for me is how does this actually play in the whole quest to, one, protect our environment, this whole conversation around illegal mining and all of that. And then if you're not careful, I mean, you can use Chairman Wontumi as a scapegoat, but then the elephant is still in the room that, as we speak today, this morning, across the length and breadth of this country, people are still engaged in these acts, you know. And anybody that knows me will tell you that when it comes to this conversation around Galamsey and all of those illegal mining and all these practices, it's something that I will never countenance, you know. So whilst the legal processes have been taken, what exactly is this government even doing in the quest to fight Galamsey? I mean, we had an unfortunate incident where even government officials, cabinet ministers actually lost their lives because of this whole conversation around illegal mining and finding solutions to forestall the damage to the environment and all of those things, right? So rather than getting emotional about these conversations and casting aspersions and all of that, or even restraining myself from giving examples of this person has done that and that person has done that, that is not what the good people of this country want to hear. They don't want to listen to us when it comes to issues like this. And almost all the time they call it like we're just counteracting each other, right? But the reality on the ground is that as we speak today, there are still people out there who are indulged probably in things that are far worse than what Chairman Wontumi is purported to have done, right? And the government has to fix it. So if you take him out and you use a legal process, for example, to incarcerate him, the reality on the ground is that the most important thing is for us to ensure that our environment is secured and we are safe, and then posterity will judge us kindly. You understand what I'm saying? So people are upset, people are emotional, and in most of these conversations, a lot of the times when it happens, because of course it feels when it's on the other foot, nobody actually appreciates that. But these are persons who have families and wives, children, and all of those things, right? So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, we are in solidarity with the chairman and his family and all of those things, and allow the processes to go through, right? But then you need proper commitment. You need, like, this whole conversation should be anchored in principle and values. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've had a national organizer of the NDC and a first vice chairperson or a chairperson being accused allegedly of engaging in Galamsey. And then you hear the Deputy Attorney General saying that, well, these processes take a long time and all of those things, right? So we are just observing, we're here, and I think that the Ghanaian people, at the end of the day, would actually make that determination.
Very well. Engineer, like I said, the MPP on two sides, the party itself and then the minority in parliament, seem not to be too excited or not to agree with this particular judgment. But for advocates of the environment, they believe this is a victory. What sayest thou?
That sounds very much like Shakespearean English. No, I think that the tendency to over-politicize issues in this country again is worrying. Coincidentally, Wontumi happens to be the chairman of the MPP, but is MPP claiming to be shareholders of Akonta Mine? Are they claiming to be shareholders of Akonta Mine? For which, if Akonta Mine is being held accountable, then it is the party that is being held accountable. I mean, let's be sincere. I think that our political parties need to learn to separate issues from their party, separate the personalities and their conduct from their parties, because in all of this, what Ghanaians want is, how do we protect our water bodies? How do we protect our environment? So I would have expected the party to say, look, having found Wontumi guilty or prosecuted him and found him guilty, what are we doing to remediate the environmental issues that are being caused by the acts and inactions of Akonta Mine?
But not to cut you, but you wouldn't expect the party to abandon their own. And at this point, it's difficult to decouple the politics from it. He's a regional chairman of the party.
Yes. You see, and that is the problem. I'm saying that if you look at our democracy as it is now, our political parties are the biggest problem we have. Because they do not learn to separate personalities in the parties from their own activities. That is why I asked the question, is MPP a shareholder of Akonta Mine? If they are not, then they should separate the issues very clearly, so that we do not keep, because look, we are getting to the point where criminals are deliberately taking membership of political parties. They go for membership cards, they commit offenses, and then the political parties come defending them. We have seen the cases in the past where drug dealers and all manner of people are members of political parties and have been arrested. So I think that the political parties on matters of principle must tell their members that we will not condone acts of criminality, and we will not support persons who misconduct themselves in their personal lives. So political parties must separate themselves from these issues. I would expect it, because if they are seeking the interest of Ghanaians, then the first questions they should be asking is, how does this court or the sentencing of Wontumi address the environmental issues? And that is where I would have expected that if they do that, then we'll see that the MPP is interested in solving Ghana's problems. But they are not. All they are interested in is saying, no, our man is innocent. There's a miscarriage of justice. Has there been an environmental damage? Yes, there has been. How do we address that? No answers. All they are interested in is Wontumi should be free. And these are some of the things I find very worrying about political parties. From an environmental perspective, I would ask again, having prosecuted him and found him guilty, what action is the state taking to remediate the environmental issues? Let's not end it there. Because the reason why he's being prosecuted, he's violated law. He's given out his concession for other people to mine. Fine. But what was the result of that? It created an environmental problem. How are we taking steps to redress that? So I've heard members of an environmental group asking that some of his assets should be sold and possibly used to remediate the problems, the environmental issues. I fully agree with that. Because I think that we shouldn't just go beyond putting people in prison, but we should address the wrongs that they have done to correct them. The impact on society itself should be addressed. Because if through his actions or inactions, water bodies have been poisoned and issues like that, who have they impacted? How have we taken care of those people? For me, those are the things we should be looking at beyond just the trial and sentencing of Wontumi. So our political parties must learn to represent the true interest of the people and not just their members. Because other than that, then the political parties are beginning to look like it's a group seeking our own interest and not the national interest. Because the national interest in this matter is the pollution of our environment and water bodies. And I would expect that the NPP will make a statement to that one as well. But they have failed. So clearly, we are not on the same, how do you call it? We are not singing the same song because the public wants this, the political parties want something different. So the political parties clearly are not representing our interest. And that is, for me, is something I keep saying. Now, if the term of imprisonment was between 15 and 25, I hear is the maximum. It was given 20. Again, I don't find anything wrong with that. I mean, they can go through the process and appeal and the sentence and issues like that. But let's focus on the real issue of environmental damage. And let's get that resolved. Because even as we sit here, the current government has not displayed enough commitment to solving the environmental problems. They have not.
Isn't this judgment a demonstration of commitment?
You see, no, the judgment itself is not. We shouldn't wait till people have committed the offenses and then try them. We should be preventing it. You understand? Because redressing that environmental issue is a long-term issue. When people have cut down trees that are over 50, 100 years old, damage the soil, leading to flooding in places and issues like that, that is not an easy thing. So we shouldn't wait, let people and say, oh, their turn will come. No. We should see the efforts being made now to prevent that environmental disaster that we see. Our water bodies, the cost of treating water now is expensive. Why? Because the water bodies have been polluted. So Ghana Water Company has to spend so much. Then we have the window dressing where Gold Board says we are giving money to Ghana Water. I mean, let's be serious.
Right.
We must prevent the damages that are going on at the moment, rather than simply making some optics where we go out there, we say, oh, Ghana Gold Board is giving money. Where is Gold Board getting its gold from? You understand? And then I see a story where they say they are going to establish traceability
system.
Have they published that procurement in any newspaper? Again, you see the things that are going on. Because you just don't get up and say, I'm going to procure. Has it been published? All these violations are going to go on. I mean, let's see it. It should be open. It should be tendered. But hey, I'm going to buy it. And then they go and make a few things, donate a few equipment or money to Ghana Water, and we all sit down and look at Gold Board. No. The process of addressing the environmental disaster must be dealt with. The government hasn't shown enough commitment.
There was a penalty as part of the judgment, and this will go to the states. How do you reckon this be used, especially in the advocacy for the environment?
No, so definitely that money must go into remediation efforts. I think that is where the money should go. You shouldn't just go into the consolidated accounts and then government decides to spend it how it wants. Let us see that efforts are actually being made. Look, when this government came, the first thing they said was Blue Water Guard. What has happened to the Blue Water Guard? I mean, let's be serious. Let's ask the fair questions. What has happened to that Blue Water Guard? Is it just members of the political party who have been lined up and being given monthly income? I mean, what effort has that investment shown? What do we see that the Blue Water Guard is actually doing? I mean, let's begin to probe this. Let's not wait till another wound to me or another person is tried and then we say, oh, the case. Let's prevent the environmental disaster that is going on. I think that is where the government should focus its strength and not simply say that, oh, gold, we need money and issues. No, there's no justification. Because we saw them when they were in opposition. We heard all the things they said and then they told us that, look, stopping Galamsey is a political will. It's a matter of political leadership. They are in office now over a year now, going into 2 years. What do we see? Excuses.
Yeah.
The same people who shouted that they could stop Galamsey within a week or two. It's been 2 years. Nothing has happened. And so the trial and finding Wood to me guilty, yes, it is a triumph for certain examples of people, but beyond that, we need to see the efforts being made by the present government.
Eric, one of the things I've heard your party say is that it's more of selective justice because you allege that there are other persons on the other side who are also involved in illegal mining and all. I've also heard the argument that it's an upside down, a sentence because the one who owned the concession has been jailed, but the one who did the actual mining has not been jailed. And what would you say to those who also argue that when you go on this tangent, it's just the equalization politicians like to do?
So that's why I sort of restrained and didn't want to go into the whole conversation around who has done what and who is doing what. But then we have to be honest with ourselves, right? We live in a country where probably in the last 15 to 20 years, we've been talking about this whole conversation around Galamsey illegal mining. I mean, these are, if you go back to the late Professor Mills' government, we're talking about Galamsey. I mean, probably way further than that. And almost every year, it actually gets worse. Is that not the case?
True.
We have challenges. In the last couple of weeks, we had major challenges with the flooding and all of those things. I mean, who would be doubting the fact that some of these things are even, contributing to the challenges that we are facing even in Accra when there's no Galamsey happening in Greater Accra. I mean, thank goodness, right? And so we have to be sincere with ourselves. Are the efforts being put in place? Are the things being done? Is this wound-to-me thing actually going to be the catalyst that is going to now change how we deal with the Galamsey, how sincere we are with ourselves, how we allow persons who have been given mandates. For example, you walk into any district and there's a district chief executive or MMDC, whatever they call themselves, right? There's a district police chief, somebody in charge of national security, somebody in charge of EPA, somebody in charge of the Forestry Commission. I'm just drilling down to the district level.
Exactly.
Now, all these persons are not held accountable for anything. And yet we are going after persons who are supposed to be the one engaged in these activities. Now, it means that there's no holistic approach to dealing with these challenges. We've spoken about issues to do with technology. How is it that you come to my village, for example, and I've always used this example. You come to my village in Abompe, and somebody comes into the village with a huge excavator, and nobody, and before you get into, if you know the Accra Kumasi Road, you turn up, you come into Osino, you drive this big thing into the forest or whatever it is in the river bodies, and nobody sees it, and nobody is held accountable for this thing. So we can pretend to be dealing with the issues, we can pretend to nitpicking, and like you said, we form task forces and all sorts of things, the blue days, green days, and all of that, and fighting this thing without actually nipping the thing in the bud, making sure that the persons who are responsible for these things and people who are supposed to be held accountable in terms of making sure that this thing doesn't happen, right, are held accountable. So, I mean, you can equalize all you want. The reality is that every one of us, I mean, if you're a well-meaning Ghanaian, would want to make sure that our environment is restored, that our forest reserves are not degraded, that our water bodies are not contaminated, and we have challenges with all of these things. But let's be sincere with ourselves. Let's not sort of do some, if you like, a selective application of the justice, because you see, it will still come back to bite us, right? And today the MPP is in opposition, the NDC is in government, they have the right to use legal means to deal with the challenges and all of those things. But the mandate goes beyond activating judicial processes, right? And so, I mean, I'm quite emotional about these things because, of course, I come from an environment where some of these mining activities have actually caused mayhem. I mean, a few years ago, there were kids playing around and they drowned in a pit and all of those things. And it's been things that are bothering us. But let's deal with the issues, right? It will be quite unfortunate that, I mean, and you see, you remember when I don't want to sort of be emotional at this point. You remember when this issue with brothers who passed away in the helicopter thing happened? In the first 2-3 weeks after that, everybody was talking about how we're going to deal with this Galamsey issues and all of those things. But even the people have become even more brazen. They become even more brave. I mean, they become more intransigent and actually daring. Security authorities have been tasked to forestall these challenges. And you have persons who are government appointees, some of them who are DCs, MCs, MPs, who are actually facilitating these things. You understand what I'm saying? Rather than going into detail as to who has done what and what not, let's be fair with ourselves. Are we fighting this Galamsey thing head on? And if it takes Wontumi sentencing to be the catalyst for it, fair enough. But like I said from the beginning, the party believes that in our democracy, you give the person an opportunity to appeal. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
So we go through the appellate processes all the way to its logical conclusion, right? Whilst we deal with the challenges that, I mean, as far as we're concerned. For example, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but if you decouple the legal entity, Akonta Mining, from Wontumi as an individual, and you place incarceration on Wontumi, and then you are lenient with Akonta Mining. I don't understand that. Maybe our legal people will be able to interpret that. You understand what I'm saying? But let's be fair to ourselves. I mean, these things are things that have been bugging us for a very long time. But it doesn't have to take some of these excessive, if you like, application of the legal processes to deal with it. There are more administrative, more technological things that needs to be activated. Sincerity from the chiefs, the people, the elders, the security authorities, the young people, and government itself has a responsibility to ensure that our environment is forestalled. I mean, everywhere in this country, I mean, apart from just a few parts of this country, as we speak this morning, there's illegal mining happening.
Yeah. Well, quite sad. And we want to see more action in the actual fight against illegal mining. But let's say good morning to the Honorable Mohammed Adam Sukbaru. He is the Member of Parliament for Sisala West and Deputy Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. How are you?
Very well. I hope all is well with you.
By the grace of God, we're managing.
Good stuff. The MPP believes that the sentencing of Chairman Wontumi is a travesty of justice, a miscarriage of justice. What do you think about the position of the NPP, one, and then, of course, the sentencing of Chairman Wontumi?
Well, first of all, let me use your platform to say very good morning to your cherished viewers and also to the good people of Sisala West and entire country, Ghana, and also Makop and also engineer. It's been a while. Good morning. Good morning. And then my brother Eric. Yes, ordinarily I've been, when the issues of this nature happened and you see opposition or other people saying that, they do not agree, I don't know. It is not like it is a political decision that has been taken. This is not like a decision that has been taken by the president or it is done at cabinet. We're talking about the system. We have a judicial system, a full set of judicial system, which you and I know that it is very difficult for, the president to just to try to influence the system to say that, make sure you jail this person. And there are processes. What I was expecting them to say is that due diligence was not followed or they were in hurry. I mean, the judge did not follow the right procedure in coming out with her judgment. But what we've seen is that I'm not a lawyer, but we've all been around for quite some time now, and we know how the laws operate in our country. We have all agreed that we are going to live by a constitution that we accepted in 1992. And in that constitution, we have laws and we have things we stated in those, in that particular constitution, that if anybody goes against A, B, C, D, these are the procedure the person has to be taken through. If the person is found guilty, these are the stipulated, punishment available for the person. And so, to me, there was an allegation against him. They didn't just pick him straight to Insawam, right from when the allegation was raised against him. He was taken through the lawful procedure where he had access to his lawyers of his choice. They represented him at the court. At court, I don't think somebody was deprived of any information. All the things that, all the procedures, they went through the procedures. He had his lawyers, they had the IC and all of that. So by the end of the day, the judge who was presiding certainly came out with her ruling. And unfortunately, in her ruling, that is her opinion of the issue. And you see, nobody, I've always maintained, yesterday I was at a sister station and I said it there, that John Dramani Mahama and NDC, we have a mandate, to develop this country. Our mandate is not to persecute persons we see them to be opponent. No, that's not the kind of politics that the president or NDC is engaged. We said that we are coming to reset this country, and I believe that resetting this country is one of the things you have to do is to ensure that the institutions works, and so there should not be any interference, and that's what the president currently is doing. The judicial system is working, the laws are working, and so I sit here as an appointee of John Mahama. Unfortunately, if something happened, if I engage myself in some of the things, I don't think John Mahama will say because I am his appointee, they should not take me through the lawful, processes to ensure that I am punished for that. I don't think, not at all. I do not see it to be, because what we have to be talking about now is that it's unfortunate, 20 years, of course, and it is not a doing of you and I. I did not state the law, but unfortunately, this law that we're talking about, this punishment, the amendment was done in somewhere 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I was in Parliament when the amendment. Yes, and the maximum years was not even up to the 20 years. I think
it was 25.
No, before the amendment.
Yes, before it was 5 years.
It was 5 years. And so nobody, forced the president or whoever that sponsored the amendment that they should amend, the punishment from 5 years maximum to 25 years and minimum 15 years. It's unfortunate that it's happening to, Shaman to me, but for them to say that they consider it to be, you use the term, you said what? You said the opposition said what?
Travesty of justice.
How?
Well, they want it spread across because they believe or allege that there are some other persons who are also on your side.
Of course.
And if only Chairman Wuntimi's case has been expedited while investigations into your members, we've not heard anything
which
about
of our members? You see, what they have to be doing is to applaud Mahama's government. If Mahama's government, Attorney General can get up and write to Yoko to investigate certain individuals that he thinks or he has found information that they are engaged in illegal money. I think they have to even applaud John Mahama's government. My brother, you were in this country. Do you think under Nana Akufo-Addo's government, any of his appointees could write to any of the investigative, institutions, be it CID or I mean, Yoko or NI, how do you call it? BNI. To investigate officers of their party.
But their own minister put out a major report that mentioned certain names in it.
No, it's not. He said he asked Yoko to investigate. Has Yoko come out with the investigation? Yoko is still investigating.
But that's one of the issues.
No, if you say one of the issues, you see,
how long will it take?
Well, how long will it? Certainly, the investigation. They will conclude their investigation. They will come out with the report. You see, when you want to compare this, I find it very difficult to understand when I see my friends in MPP saying that certain officers in our party names were mentioned. Yoko is investigating this. You do not have to even wait for to sentences to happen before you now trying to do comparison. When you do it, it's like you are condoning, wrongdoing. What I was expecting them to speak to the judgment. To speak to the judgment, right? To say that the judge did not do her work well, but nobody is unable to say this. So it tells you that there's nothing wrong. I mean, the laws are working. As they are only saying because it is wound to me. Assuming if it were an ordinary person on the street, I don't think that MPP minority would have organized press conferences to be addressing press conference, telling Ghanaians what they say. So what I've always maintained is that we, the political class, we should never see ourselves to be more than any other ordinary person in this country. We are all the same. So if we enact the laws at Parliament, doesn't mean that we are more than any other person in this country. That's not how we should see ourselves. If it were an ordinary galamsey somewhere in Sehu, who is sentenced to 25 years or 20 years, I don't think my brother, friend Eric sitting here we wouldn't be discussing it here. So for me, it is the law. And so once the law is working, we should allow the system to work. Of course, we must encourage every government, not only NDC government, that we should ensure that we fight. Because galamsey, when they destroy the environment, the poison doesn't know MPP, does not know NDC. When they pollute our rivers, it is not only NDC or MPP who drinks the water. There are almost millions, almost everybody in this country drinks water. We all travel. You don't know where you find yourself. If you say that the galamsey is not happening in your jurisdiction, you are not going to be at where you are forever. Certainly one day you travel and you need water to drink. And so it is something that we must approach it collectively. We must approach it in a manner that we should not do politics with this. We should not at all do politics with this. And you see, our justice system can only work when we politicians take off our hands. Our justice system can only work when the law is working, regardless whoever that is involved. Right? We should abstain and allow look at what happened at Yoko, the entrance of Yoko. Of course, when the NDC were in opposition, some arrests were made of people. You will see people suddenly will come out to sympathize with whoever that has been arrested. But I think that when the law is taking its course, we should allow the law to work. We shouldn't create an impression that if it is about Mr. A is more citizen than Mr. B. No. Once we are all Ghanaians in this country, we all have every equal right, regardless of your background, whether you are a politician, you are a farmer, you are a market woman, or whoever you are. But if an ordinary market woman was sentenced, if it were an ordinary market woman that was sentenced, I don't think you will be seeing this conversation around.
True, because there are several other cases, some ongoing,
some ongoing. Some people have been remanded as far as galamsey is concerned for several years. Their families are fighting to even get them bail. They are unable to get them bail, right? Day in, day out, I hear colleagues, members of parliament, in parliament trying to get people bail. Ordinary people who travel from their various constituencies to where these galamseys are happening. And when they are arrested, they detain them, even to get access to it, but nobody is speaking for them. Nobody is speaking for them. So that's why it is the law. And I wouldn't say that the arrest is unlawful because the people are engaged in distraction. And so when you are engaged in distraction, that will harm all of us. the law says you should be arrested, then you should be arrested. If you want to mine, if you want to be a miner, make sure that you do a responsible mining. Make sure that you get the license. Make sure that you do the right documentation that will enable you to do a responsible mining.
Right. My final one for you on this is, are you interested in knowing the outcome of the investigations into Joseph Yamin and Abanga?
When you say, am I interested? I'm a Ghanaian. Are you sitting here? Are you not interested? I am interested in knowing, I am interested in seeing every Galamsey investigation, not only limited to them. Why should we always limit it to certain people? That's what I'm saying. It is not about Wontumi. It is not about Joseph Yamin. It is not about Abanga. It is about the people of this country. And it is about the people who are... So even if me sitting here, if there's an allegation against me that I'm engaged in Galamsey somewhere, I should be investigated. And I should be interested in, for the investigation to come. I mean, so we must all be interested. So I'm not saying because they are my party of national officers, I'm saying that the conversation should not even about Joseph Yamin. It should not be even about Abanga. It should be about all the investigation as far as, Galamsey is concerned. We must be concerned. We must be interested in knowing the conclusion of all Galamsey cases that are ongoing. Why should it be about only individuals? Is it because they are politicians? That's why they should not try to narrow the conversation to, for it to look as though, because to me is a regional chairman of their party. No. Okay, to me is in prison. If NDC, if we are interested in dealing with him, he's in prison. What are we going? It is not about the personality. We wanted power. We have won. Even when he was the regional chairman, we won. So after winning, the person, when he could not stop you from winning, why should you win and beat? No, it is nothing political. So for them to say that it's political, I find it difficult.
Say he's a political prisoner.
Well, they can tell it's their opinion, but I think that it's far from a political prisoner. The question they should ask, I was expecting them to speak to the case. When you say political prisoner, so it's John Mama who imprisoned Wontumi.
The judge did.
The judge did. Appointed by who?
Well, I don't know who appointed the judge.
Go and check. When was she appointed?
When she was appointed.
When she was appointed, to become the High Court judge. Check. Who appointed? They did. Nana Akufo-Addo did. Who amended the law?
MPP did.
So who imprisoned Wontumi today? If we should go by their logic, who amended the law?
Right.
Who made it more personal? Who made it this way? Who said that? Who made the punishment severe? MPP. Who appointed the judge?
Nanado.
So if president can influence a judge, so a judge that has been appointed by Nanado, and you think President John Mahama can influence? If we should go by their logic.
Very well.
It is about the law. And I believe that the judge did their job a very fair manner. Nobody can say that this case was influenced by
the system is still available to them. But engineer, more importantly for me as a Ghanaian, is how we end this fight against illegal mining.
Yes. So again, it comes back to the point of leadership. So I will disagree slightly with my colleague here, who says, why should we make it about Yamin or anybody? If people in political positions are suspected of being engaged in Galamsey, it should be dealt with more expeditiously than an ordinary person. Reason being that it shows what leadership will not accept.
True.
So for me, if NDC members are accused of being engaged in Galamsey, they should deal with it quickly, the investigation process.
True.
To ensure that leadership tells citizens that this is what we will not accept. Because it is the same thing that happened under Nana Akufo-Addo. When Wontumi was accused of being involved in illegal mining and things like that, he came out and cleared him. He came out, and the speech is being played all over.
Yeah, true.
That Akunta mining is not engaged in any illegality. Here we are today. So it is what leadership shows to the public that the public respects. But when members of political parties are accused of being engaged in illegal activities, and we sit down and say, oh, there are 10 who come, the investigation is ongoing, That shouldn't be the attitude. The attitude should be that we are in charge. We don't want Galamsey to be entertained. So if our members are accused, let's expedite the investigation and make the information public so that the public knows that we will not accept Galamsey. So for me, from that point of view, I think that leadership is important in the fight against Galamsey.
Very well. I have a few quick messages. Good morning, Anna. This is Abdul Ganiu Mankarigu from the Savannah region. Political power is never permanent. If anyone uses political power to prosecute others merely to create the impression that they are working, they should remember that power eventually changes hands. If Chairman Wontumi is being prosecuted over allegations related to illegal mining, then anyone, whether a government appointee, party executive, or any other individual who is found to have engaged in illegal mining should also be prepared to face the law when the time comes. Accountability should be applied fairly and consistently, regardless of who is in power. I have a problem with this narrative, but it's like we're blackmailing each other. So when tables turn, it sounds to me more like honor among thieves. So we are all thieves. Protect me when I come, I'll protect you. I mean, I don't know. There's no way to build a nation. Maybe we should disabuse that thought. Good morning, Anna. Isn't it mind-boggling the ones who did the illegality are rather free and the concession owner rather jailed? We are all involved. Alankwe Papa from Jalov Kwashiman sent that one in. Dear Nana, while I hail the conviction of Chairman Wontumi for 20 years in prison, it does not mean Galamsey has stopped. There's mining going on in the Mrewa Forest Reserve in the Bibiani and Nyaso Bekwai municipality in the Western North region. Though LI 2462 has been repealed, because the individual involved is an NDC member, it goes on with impunity. Well, these are your words, not ours. Ironically, there's Minerals Commission and Forestry Commission offices in Bibiani, but they have turned a blind eye to the illegal mining. President Mahama should not do selective justice because NDC members are nauseatingly involved in Galamsey without being dealt with. What has happened to Yamin and Abanga's alleged involvement in Galamsey? Do we have to wait till the cows come home? Good morning. This is Charles Echampon from Seshi Humibre in the Bibiani and Nyaso Bekwai municipality in the Western North region. This one says, good morning, Anna. Please, is it that we just enjoy discussing this Galamsey thing or what? People are sitting on national television like this and making some assertions, and you can't push them to mention the names of the individuals in high offices that are into Galamsey. We are tired of hearing all of these. This is Nusiali from Madina. Well, Nusiali, even the president has mentioned that he knows his own people are involved, but did not put out names. And on this show, we've mentioned that Joseph Yamin and Abanga of the NDC have been referred to Yoko for investigations. We're just awaiting the outcome of those investigations. So that should answer your question. All right, let's make progress. The matter of Ken Ofori-Atta is back in the news. The issue of extradition and immigration matters. The immigration judge in the U.S., I think the reasoning for his ruling has come out, and he sought to delve into the matter of the case as brought against Ken Ofori-Atta, and says that if like the OSP failed to establish a proper case against. The OSP has responded and said that his case against Ofori-Atta is not before any immigration court, so he does not see why a U.S. judge is sitting somewhere and commenting on scene. Engineer, quick thoughts from you, and then we can proceed.
No, I've seen this matter in public end. My only comment is that the politicians need to be transparent with all of us. My understanding is that the order for extradition had to go through the AG.
True.
So it is not an OSP seeking direct AG. So what has been the AG's response in this matter? I would want to see the AG respond rather than the OSP. Because if it is the AG that presented the case to the US, the relevant department in the US, then it should be the AG responding and not the OSP. Well, I remember we sat here when the issue came up and the AG said they have not received enough information from the OSP to send a red alert to all the Interpol and other things like that. So I would expect the AG's office to be responding to this matter rather than the OSP's office. Beyond that, is it the immigration office that should be, is it the
immigration court
that should be dealing with the matter or another court. So again, I'm not too clear on this issue, and I'll leave my comment at this stage at the moment.
Pharaoh, Eric, your thoughts on Ken Ofori-Atta and the OSP?
Well, I mean, I think that the earlier conversation is even dovetailed into this. I mean, principle is important.
True.
And so in all of these conversations, I mean, in one breath, a legal process has been activated. A regional chairman has been jailed for 20 years using legal means. The OSP, by extension, the AG, had sent notice to the U.S. authorities that they wanted Ken Ofori-Atta extradited. The process is also legal. You have to provide basis for that, and the judge has made a pronouncement. In just the last few weeks, we used the same process to extradite a young Ghanaian into the United States, and it had to go through our high court system here for the determination to be made. You understand? Right. Principle for me is important. So you cannot pick and choose which aspect of the legal process that you like. And so if for one reason or the other it happens that there's more evidence or there's something else that comes to the fore and they want to activate that, they can by all means do that. So in the same breath that the state has the right to push or prosecute whoever it deems to have fell or fallen foul of the law, those individuals also do have a right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, we could have, some people even thought that there was some kind of horse trading involved. It's okay, if we were going to send you the young man, what's his name, Abu Trika to you, then you have to send Ken Ofori-Atta to us, and all of that. There's a case of Sedina Tamaklo. She's coming to the country. Nobody knows where she is.
But the government has said she's in prison.
Where?
I wouldn't know which prison, but of course, she's been handed over to the Ghana Prison Service.
You see, but that's what I'm saying. You see, we have to be very careful in this country, you know, and principle is very important. And you see, the same proponents of, oh, don't equalize and all of that, are the ones who would also almost look the other way to the glaring inconsistencies and lack of principle in some of these matters. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not here to do, I mean, partisan politics, I mean, to that. You know me very well. But you see, if you have a government that seeks to activate a legal process to prosecute everybody that has the MPP colors, and uses the same process and determine, no, I'm making a point, and using the same process, which is also legal, to file nolly prosecutors on everybody that is NDC. It should tell you something. Like nobody seems to, you understand, you're fighting corruption, which is good. We all say, oh, you have your probity, accountability, what the values and everything, which as far as I'm concerned is questionable, but it's fine. You're fighting it, right? And so in the same breath, everybody that is part of your political party who went through the same legal process. So his assertion was even that, oh, the judge was appointed by former President Akufo-Addo and everything. All those persons were going through the same legal processes. And AG comes and says that everybody that is under the shield of the umbrella, I am filing a no case. Yet I'm going out there now to start new processes to prosecute people. And all these persons are MPP people. Do you understand? So if you're not careful, right, and you can still make the argument that it's legal, he has the right, it's his prerogative. But if you're not careful, this thing about, oh, let's wait, if MPP comes to power, we will also do this, will persist. We need to get a point in this country where all the things that we do are anchored in values and principles. So that if really well and indeed it is corruption that we are trying to fight, it is galamsey that we are trying to fight, if inequality and social cohesion that we want to build and all of that, we do that from a basis of sincerity, fairness and equity. Otherwise, people would bid their time. When there's another government, they say, okay, let's file a no case against all these persons. Let's whatever. But that is not how to build a country. You understand? I'm sure my brother here would have a response to that. But so everything about what pertained in under President Akufo-Addo was persecution. Everything that is happening under President Mahama is prosecution. It cannot be right. It cannot be the case.
Indeed.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because immediately you do that, what you have done is that you have put on your political hat. You understand? So the judges, the legal processes, the judicial process that pertain under Akufo-Addo didn't matter and was flawed. So you have come and you're still using the same justice system, the same judiciary. I mean, per your assertion, right, even the judge who it dealt with the Wontumi case was appointed by President Akufo-Addo. So where is the principle? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that the ordinary Ghanaian, the Ghanaians watching us and the people looking up to politicians will not say that, these political people, they are all the same. They're one of, you understand what I'm saying? Because when you can, this conversation that we are having, if you go back maybe 5-6 years ago, right? And there were issues about some MDC persons or appointees who were being taken through the legal process. I'm sure the NDC guy sitting here would probably be speaking exactly the same way that I am speaking. And I'm being very honest and objective in this matter. But it has to give. We have to get to a point where it doesn't matter whose ox is gored, right? If the rules apply, they should apply. And that is how, across board. And that's how we would be able to develop this country. Otherwise, I mean, it becomes business as usual. Everybody bids their time, and then we exact revenge. Is that not what it is?
Yeah. Very well. Let me take a quick break here. I'll come back and then we'll hear from Honorable Suparu on this matter. But keep sending your messages in. We'll do our best to read them out on the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like click. That sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click. Open sip, click, open sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every day, we make choices. Some big, some small.
What would you be doing today? I want this or...
Every... With Lydia, you truly decide.
You can be happy too. Affordable luxury is available at Zonda. Call them on 0501 772222. I love you.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabedim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation.
EcoBank will never call, email, Send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
This is the old way. Let me show you a new and a better way. EduPack. EduPack? Yes, EduPack. A GS-approved and supported initiative for all first-year students going to SHS by Prospectus Ghana Limited. Now you don't need to go to the market. All your trunks, mattresses, pillows, including plastic chalkboards, are all waiting for your child at the school. Note, all our wooden chalkboards are being changed to plastic ones to avoid bedbugs.
You can also register by dialing *713*821# following the prompts, or you can visit www.edupackgh.com and tap register. You can also register at any ADB branch near you at a very affordable price. EduPack, approved and supported by GES.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're having the news review segment. There's one message, might take us back to the Wontumi story, but we'll just read it and move on. It says, "Good morning, Nana and your panel members. If Wontumi has been found guilty of the offences leveled against him in court, so be it. However, Yamin and Abanga, we are told, are being investigated. How can the people of Ghana know that Yoko is investigating? So Yoko knows how to do investigation without arrest, heavy bail conditions, etc. God save us." Okay, so that one is from right.
You see, the thing is that when you're applying these things, but when we're investigating what's Wontumi and miracles and all of that, how did you investigate them? You see, sometimes, you can pretend that you are not listening to what we are saying. And you see, power. I mean, you see, all the books that we read when we were in school, sometimes we throw it away. This is Shakespeare's, you understand what I'm saying? You know? So you can add a little bit of finesse to the thing and even pretend that you are being like transparent and being fair. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you cannot come and just use they are being investigated. But Miracles and Wontumi and all those other people are also being investigated. How is it that they are supposed to be incarcerated, put in whatever, and then you have bail conditions, some 50 million, 100 million, 200 million, and all sorts of things. And in your case,
let's not digress.
They are just being investigated.
The interesting thing is that even almost a week after the Miracles thing, no charges have been brought against them.
No, is it about a week? That I will get that. You see,
but let's deal with the issue.
So you will see when you, who is supposed to be educating Ghanaians, you say the interesting thing is that over a week, no charges has been brought against it. You know, investigations before charges will be brought against somebody, they build a case. A case is being built. How do you build a case? Right from the day the person is arrested, the person's statement is taken. The person is granted bail. They go into the matter, look at the statement. They are interrogating other people. Before, you see, no, you can't just take somebody's statement.
Wait, that's what happened in this case. No, we're speaking to a specific issue.
No.
We're speaking to a specific issue. Is that what happened?
Yes, I'm coming. But if you say this, it is like Yoko sitting there. It is about only this case that they are handling. Someone was arrested. When Wontumi was arrested, how many days did it take them before they came out with the charges?
He even fell sick in detention.
No, but after that, when he was granted bail, do you know the number of days it took them before he was taken to court?
It's the same thing. But if you say
a week, so a week is
a matter of principle.
Yes,
if it's done to Kofi, the same thing should be done to.
No, but Wontumi was it within a week? I'm talking about with regards to Miracle's issue.
Yes.
Was it within a week that
Miracles was complying?
Oh my God!
Per the statement from Yoko, he had
no.
been attending upon the invitation of
that's
Yoko
not,
for a period.
You see, and there's nowhere in the Constitution that says that arrest. There's a definition of arrest. You see, when investigations are being carried on, first of all, if you are invited because you have been implicated in somebody's statement, they will invite you to come and say your side of the story. But upon the investigation, if they get to a point that they feel that we must arrest him because there are more revelations, we need to get him arrested.
Granted.
So they do that. So if he said that, they say he was cooperating. You see, cooperating, he was invited, he went. And then they interrogated him. Yoko decided to arrest him. And then they arrested him. I don't see anything wrong with that. They did that within the laws. That is established. I just want to, but don't say that for the past week they haven't come out with a charge. When you say, how can you just conclude it?
If you have been investigating someone for over a period, and you've gotten to a point where you feel just a second. You've gotten to a point where you feel he should be arrested. That should give us the indication that you are ready to prefer charges against this person.
Who told you that when you arrest and you see, that is not true. That's how we are not all know. See, what happened at Yoko is still part of the investigation. And after they are done with the investigation, the bail condition that was given to Miracle at Yoko, even when he's charged, there will be another bail.
Indeed.
You understand? So what you are saying, you are trying to say that when the person is arrested, it means that they are ready to charge. No. It is still part of the investigation. Investigation can be by inviting, depending on the information they have. But if they get to a point that they think that no, we must make an arrest, they will arrest you and detain you.
So that the person that you didn't know had traveled and arresting him upon his return to the country on Saturday.
So knowing that you are not being fair to me. You are not being fair to me. You are not being fair to. Allow me to speak to for. When you say this, let's not be hypocrite. We were in this country when people were arrested upon their return to this country.
That is what we are saying. That
please. So don't say that when the person was returning. What is not?
You're not getting the principle.
No, I am getting the principle you are talking about. The fact that the man was invited doesn't mean that when he was invited, he came. Does not mean that he cannot be arrested. You can even be invited, you will come. Even the same day, when you leave the investigation room and you get home and they get another revelation that demands that you should be arrested, they will come for you.
Granted.
So that has to be established.
That.
They will come for you.
But if you say that the same applies across board.
Of course, it's applied. So don't say that when the man was returning to the country, when he was for arrest, he can be done anywhere. Anywhere. We were in this country when people were arrested, even in churches.
Granted.
Sesu, who was serving as a member of parliament, he was discharging his parliamentary duties. When he led his constituent to embark on the demonstration, he was being... Yes, we
all agree that, I mean, the matter of his extradition is not before an immigration court in the US. He has criminal charges to answer here as filed by the OSP. However, in his absence, can we not proceed with the case? Why is this delayed?
You see, before I speak, I just want to respond to engineer said something. You know, engineer said politicians must be transparent in everything. So you see, this case, Ken Ofori-Atta case, we must understand that it is not Yoko that is going after Ken Ofori-Atta. It is not CID. It is not AG. It is special prosecutor, who is going after Ken Ofori-Atta. So if special prosecutor is going after Ken Ofori-Atta, and you have your case, somebody petitions special prosecutor, and you have your case, you are going after Ken Ofori-Atta, right? And trying to request for his extradition, he has to write through
the Attorney General.
The facts, the evidence that required for him to be investigated, he has to attach that. And I don't think when how do you call it? Those young men that were extradited somewhere. I mean, was it
2-3 weeks ago?
Few months and Abuja last week. they were taken through trial here?
No.
No, they had lawyers.
They had lawyers.
They
had to request for extradition.
So when they request for extradition, they were taken through a process.
No, they had to review the allegations against them to determine
So I'm not trying to say that.
the merits.
But I don't think it was an immigration court.
No.
That sat on it.
No.
Was it?
No, it wasn't an immigration court. It was the High Court.
So there are two issues here. Ken Ofori-Atta issue at US, he as a person had his own challenges with immigrations.
True.
We were told that he was arrested and detained for overstaying. And that is a case that is being handled by the immigration court.
He filed for permanent residency after he was released.
Exactly, whatever. And so for the judge or an immigration lawyer to comment on this, I don't see how that has an impact on the issue.
So the immigration judge's comment has to do with if the facts before him had really established a criminal charge against Ken, he wouldn't have granted the permanent residency that he had granted Ken. So I think that's what he was commenting on. That's the reasoning in his judgment regarding the permanent residency, but not the criminal charges as brought by the OSP. Yeah.
So my brother is saying that he was expecting the Attorney General to respond to this and not, how do you call it, the OSP. It's OSP who is inviting Ken Ofori-Atta and he's not getting it. He's written saying that he should be extradited. I don't think. And you saw, I mean, some few months ago, you saw what happened between the two institutions.
OSP and then the
AG. And truly, there's this,
that shouldn't even have happened in the first place.
Exactly. I mean, we have.
If there was interagency cooperation.
Exactly. Right. And so it makes this whole thing very difficult. And I've always. That is my personal opinion about this whole case about OSP, Ken Ofori-Atta. When you make it very obvious, some other people certain somewhere could even think that it's something that, I mean, it's a stage kind of something. If not, well, that is my own opinion. I'm not speaking for anybody. I'm speaking for myself. I see no reason why when AG came out to say that, OSP did not furnish them with all the necessary. You were in this country when AG came out to say that.
True.
What prevented OSP, if what AG said was the true, state of the issue, why prevented OSP from furnishing them with all what they need?
They needed, to go ahead with the
ensure that
request.
The man is brought back to the country, and that is why I am tempted to say that to me. That is how I see it. If not, I don't. You said you want this man in this country badly. There's a procedure you must follow to get him. You have to pass through an institution to ensure that he's brought. And in doing so, you must make sure that you make available all the necessary evidence to that particular institution to ensure that he's brought into the country. And if you are not doing that, I mean, why wouldn't I say that probably is kind of like a stage something? But I believe that, as time goes on, the reality, of course, we'll get to know the true issues as far as that is concerned. But you said something. Let me just quickly respond to what you said.
What did I say?
When you were talking about when we came with all those cases that were ongoing, we discontinued those cases. And you see, if they have evidence, they know. So that is why when you are building a case, you should not be in haste in going to court. And if you realize this current AG, that is what he's doing. That is why many Ghanaians think that he's slow, but he's not. He makes sure that he says you cannot just get up after arresting somebody, taking his statement straight. He studied the facts and realized that this case, if I even pursue, there's no way I can win any of them. The first thing is, let me not waste the state fund.
Let's discontinue the cases. That's what happened. So it is not the case that it is not the case. It is not the case that because they were NDC. Mind you, the only president ever who has ever prosecuted his own appointee is John Dramani Mahama. He's known for that. I've always been saying, Abu Gapele, his own appointee. Thank you. He prosecuted him. He was jailed.
Thank you. Thank you.
We could not. You can't say that by any other government. John Dramani Mahama government is known for his non-partiality. He's not partial. He's not.
Thank you.
I do not discontinue those cases because
I think that
those involved are members of NDC. No, not at all. It is because those cases lack the evidence. You only went to court because you just decided to go to court.
All right, but you've made your point. I'm just saying that. So in your case, under Akufo-Addo, it was persecution. They didn't have a case. It was taken to court in haste. Under your watch, you are doing prosecution. You're doing the right thing. The good people of this country would determine that. The verdict is still out there. But you see, the principle is important. And I'm saying that if you are fighting corruption, and that's exactly what it is that you are doing, you have to be seen to be applying the rules fairly. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even this conversation around people asking for settlement and, this thing about the Unibank case and Dufour and all of that. Interestingly, the AG found that the terms were favorable, right? In the same vein, they say that, the terms that are being given by Wontumi in the Exim Bank, it's not favorable. That's what we are saying. And I'm saying that in the final analysis, we're all Ghanaians. You understand? So if you're applying these things, make sure that you apply. Because at the end of the day, the president is the president of Ghana.
Yeah.
You understand? The government is the government for the people of Ghana. Right? So if it becomes a trend whereby you understand what I'm saying? So you see a trend, it doesn't augur well for the social cohesion that we are looking for in this country. You can do all the politics that you like. You can say that, Eric is an MPP guy. I do not like him. You understand what I'm saying? But when you have the responsibility, you have issues to do with, if you like, responsibility, how to act, and all of these things. It is important that you use it, and you use it well, so that it doesn't create that perception out there. Because there are people, the guy who sent you the text message, right, is making that knowledge, and that's the conversation out there. Because then at the end of the day, after a while, after your 4-year tenure, for example, everybody said, so all the corruption, all the fight against corruption, all the issues and the system changes and the reset was a reset for MPP people. Is that not the case? Yes.
Yeah. All right, Eric, thank you. Engineer, we'll walk up to this issue of national service personnel complaining that some 60 cedis was being deducted from their allowances. National service allowance, if you take 60, how much will be left?
No, my first question was, is it coincidence that the previous executives of the National Service Secretariat are being prosecuted?
Now an authority.
Exactly. Yeah. Now an authority were being prosecuted for certain,
like infractions
and issues like that. Now it is the Personnel Association, the National Service Personnel Association itself, that is involved with a contract supposedly to deduct money at source for some training with one Zeus Atlas Limited.
Zeus Atlas Limited.
Now, you ask yourself, are they learning from their elders? Or what? Because you see, the question again is, how are these even the leadership of the National Service Association elected?
Yeah.
Because way back when I did National Service, you just hear some people are leaders. I never voted. So how did they become the leaders? So it looks like we have condoned a certain creature over the years.
Yeah.
Now it is beginning to metamorphose into something else that may become dangerous. But beyond that, they are being supervised by the National Service Secretariat. So who gave instructions that based on this, money should be deducted at source? And why did the National Service Secretariat respect that and deduct money at source?
Yeah.
In which account is that money lodged? Because some money has been collected at the moment. So you see, we need to look at beyond NASPA, which is the personnel has come out to make a statement. but we should be asking questions of the Secretariat as well. Because based on what is happening to the immediate past executives of the National Service Authority, the executives there at the moment should be ensuring that things like this or similar to that doesn't happen. So when the NASPA people came and said, look, deduct this money at source, you should query it. On what basis? Where is the money going? Where is the contract with Zeus Atlas? Where is the consultation with your members? I want to believe that these questions have been asked. If they have not been asked, then the National Service Authority itself has questions to answer.
Very well.
Now, Zeus itself, as a private company, did they provide an unsolicited proposal? Or it was a solicited proposal? On what basis did they provide an unsolicited proposal? When was the training going to be done? Where is the program? Because this, as we sit now, the term of office of this current NASPA is ending within the next 1 or 2 months. So when was the training going to be done?
Right.
On what basis did the deductions? So it's something that if I am an employer, I will be looking very carefully at this national service personnel, because to begin such a thing before even going to formal employment for me is dangerous. So if I were any of the executives, I will ensure that this matter is cleared, so that their names are not out there as potential thieves. Because clearly, I mean, this is being perpetrating something that is
quick thoughts. Yes, these are very legitimate concern that he's raised. But you know, if you've done student politics before, you would realize that where he says that
he doesn't know how they have voted.
The directors of national service should have raised red flags on this. You see, this is an association, and that is their national executive. They represent the entire national service. They serve as their mouthpiece. So they take decisions, they pay dues, right? And those dues, it is determined by the NASPA executive body. Decisions are being taken by the NASPA executive. I'm not saying that what happened. I'm coming.
Taken? Do they go into Congress, or so how do they take those decisions?
Based on what their constitution says, they have a constitution. I'm not saying that what they did is right. They have the constitution. They do their own internal procurement and all of those things, just like NUCS, USAC and PUSAC, other student unions. They take those decisions. They procure. They do everything. Just like if you go to some of the universities, the SICs, the SIC dues are being collected by the university's authorities. But when it comes to how the monies are spent, it is the SIC, the executive, they determine. They will come out with their programs. And then they take it to, depending on whichever institution, if it is GA, General Assembly, I'm coming. So in the case of NASPA,
these are not dues. These are extra charges.
So I'm saying whichever way, they elected them as their national executive. I'm not saying what they did is right, but I'm just saying that the executive director, or the how do you call them? The executive director of National Service Authority cannot stop NASPA because this is a decision body. Even if the leadership of National Service Authority, if they want to take any decision as far as the personnel are concerned,
they will engage
the executive of NASPA. So they themselves have their own way of doing their things. They can mobilize for trainings for their people. But I am not in support of this. But I'm just trying to say that the leadership of National Service Authority cannot stop them when they come, because they will certainly come with a document. If they've gone for general assemblies, because they have leadership right from the national to the region to the various districts. You understand? So that is how it is done. But this particular contract, I think I don't know what kind of training that the company that they are engaging to provide per head. The person is supposed to pay 60 Ghana cedis. Somebody is taking 700 and something. You are deducting the person 3 months, and they said 3 months, and then the deduction was going to go on for 3 months.
The National Service itself is supposed to be some form of capacity building.
They are taking
capacity building.
They are taking tight.
But you see, to be honest, I'm happy that
after the public back, they decided to
you see,
withdraw from that.
They should. This is pure backlash. Eric, quick.
Engineer was onto something. The money were deducted at source. The money is not deducted by NASPA.
No.
You see, sometimes when we have this conversation, if you are not careful, you say the money is deducted at source.
So, Eric, before you move on, at source with the document presented to NASPA.
Based on the request from
NASPA.
I'm making my point.
The responsibility of
the authority
scrutinize that.
Exactly.
That request.
That's what I'm saying. Unless, of course, I'm being naive here.
No, you are not being naive.
Right? The authority is supposed to scrutinize that particular request and do some kind of due diligence to even ascertain, well, one, if this capacity building, and I wonder what kind of capacity building that you can actually do for 60 Ghana cedis. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing, it has to be investigated very well. But even beyond that, this national service, after all these years, is it really fit for purpose? Should we reconfigure this national service thing? Because I don't really see the essence now in this day and age. Why don't we have like a comprehensive internship kind of arrangement with the universities and all of that to create with the what's it called, industry and all academia come together to come up with some kind of proper internship arrangement. The military are there, they have fantastic training facilities, but this national service in the state that it is today, as far as I'm concerned, I know it's very controversial, it's not fit for what it's meant to do. At the time it was set up, yes it was. But today,
times have changed.
Times have changed. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so we cannot continue to have this thing on our heads. And every time there's some scandal or the other, or how people are, because even what kind of training are being given. If it's a capacity building, let's have it inbuilt in the curriculum, right? Young people are coming out of universities and tertiary institutions and they have absolutely no proper training. Why do you have to wait till they graduate before they'll go and work in a ministry somewhere and they are sent to go and buy cocoa and watch it for a year, and you call that national service? You know, so I'm sure
now they are discussing national service for diasporans.
Yeah, but that is the whole point. You know what I'm saying? So for us, we are having this conversation, and every now and then we have challenges with administration, the NASPA itself, and everything. I think it's about time that a national conversation is had on this.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Mohammed Shikbaru Adams. Thank you, Michael Koside, the engineer. I am Nana Tufo Boati. We'll have to leave it here, but we'll leave you with a soothing voice from Mame Biama.
I will enter his gate with thanksgiving in my heart. I will enter his court with praise. I will sing, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. I will enter his gate with thanksgiving in my heart. I will enter his court with praise, and I will sing, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. the water, so my soul longs after you. And you alone are my heart desire, and I long to worship you. As the deep pants for the water, so my soul longs after you. Desire, and I long to worship you. You alone, you alone are my strength and shield. You alone may my spirit yield, and you alone are my heart desire, and to worship you. You alone, you alone are my strength. You are my strength and shield. You alone may my spirit yield, and you alone are my heart desire, and I long to worship you. Oh, you alone, you alone, you alone are my heart desire, and I long to worship you. Oh, you alone are my strength, my shield. You alone may my spirit yield, and you alone are my heart desire, and to worship you. You've got times, seasons in your hand. You called for light out of darkness. You don't need a man to be the God you are, 'cause you have chosen to call me your own. You've got times and seasons in your hands, Jesus. from beginning to the end. There's no room for argument. You are God all by yourself. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself.
Beautiful, beautiful, very spirit-filled worship you've given us this morning. Incredible performance. Thank you very much. Mami Biama, how do you feel after this performance?
I feel great.
Great.
Yes, because the air that we breathe is not ours, and so every opportunity we get is a moment for us to praise our Savior. And so it's always an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege to get this kind of opportunity to worship.
Interesting, interesting. When the name Mami Biama comes up, what do you want people to know you for? I'm meeting you for the first time, and in fact, I'm intrigued by that spirit. You've ignited my Holy Spirit this morning.
We thank God for
Yeah,
that.
what do you want people to know you for?
Basically, a lover of Christ. We are in this world for a purpose, and I found mine in Christ. And so I should be known, I want to be known as someone whose life and everything that I do is centered on Christ, a lover of Christ. That's all I say.
Lover of Christ. Wow.
Yes.
So how long have you been singing?
From childhood, though.
Wow.
Yes, Sunday school, you go to church, and you join the Sunday school choir, you start singing from there. But professionally, it's been about 5 years.
5 years.
Yes, please.
And that's when you realize, no, there's no more. There's no
It's
more
not
a
for-
hobby, but
Yeah,
it's a calling.
it's a calling, exactly.
Well, so how many songs so far do you have?
I have one song, and then I've done other medleys. So an original song of mine, that one is one, and I've done about 4
So you
or
performed
8.
it for us this
Yeah,
morning. Was it part of the song?
We'll see.
Wow. So what's the name of that song?
Uyenyame. It's
Uyenyame.
it's a worship song. I love to praise my God. So Uyenyame Osuna Okron. Ibia ni hua etise nyame.
Uyenyame is a bold statement. So what inspired you to come up with that song?
Because Uyenyame. That's just it. He is God all by himself. If you remember the last song I sang, he's God all by himself, and there's no argument. Nothing can change it. He is God all by himself. So that's things for
Interesting. Yeah. So are you looking forward to have some collaborations so far?
Okay, so we are coming up with an album recording coming Sunday at the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Hope Congregation, Sakumono. We are recording 8 songs that the Lord has blessed us with. And so after that, an album will be released. That will be my first album.
Interesting.
Yes, so
we can't wait for that album.
Sure.
So what should what should viewers expect from that upcoming album launch?
It's a recording. So the title of the program, the album, is The Gaze. So when we say The Gaze, it means you are looking at something. You are seeing something. Yes, you are fixated on something. And so for us, we are meeting to fix our gaze on Jesus Christ. We live in a world where, our attentions are all on distractions, our passion, the goals that we want to achieve. We then tend to even forget that there's someone called God. And so this album is trying to, take our attention from the focus of the world, let me say, or the distractions around us, and then we fix our eyes on Jesus, who is the author and finisher of our faith. And as we fix our gaze on him, we tend to behold his glory. Once you fix your eyes on Jesus, you see his glory. And as his glory comes down, he transforms you, and we become the very image as he is. And so that is the brain behind the Gaze album recording that we are going to do on Sunday.
Gaze. Hallelujah, somebody.
Amen.
Right, so who can attend this album recording, and where is it happening?
Everybody can attend, and lover of Christ, anyone who wants to experience the glory of God, to worship Him, everyone is invited. And then I'm lucky to have Sisi Chumen Perez on this one, and Minister Sky, and my home base choir on it. So it's gonna be a time in the presence of the Lord. I don't want to see it as a concert. I don't want to see it as a performance. I want to see it as an experience where we worship God in spirit and in truth.
What's the rationale behind the selection of the ministers on the program?
Okay, so I have a team, and before you come up with these things, you need to prepare prayerfully, spiritually, and God will actually bring in the right people on board for you. And so the songs that we have done, looking at it, these are the people that the Lord directed us to have on board. And yes, so that's the reason why we are having them. And Mama Sisi is one great worshiper. Yes. And yes, he has this aura of, worship around her. And it's just an amazing, I'm glad to actually have to do this with her. And we can't wait. Yeah.
Interesting. So, Mami Biama, your final words to viewers.
My final words to viewers is that Bible says that we should seek ye the kingdom of God and its righteousness. And every other thing shall be given unto us. And so that is what we are doing with our gaze. May we not tend to look after the riches of the world and forget the Creator and forget our Creator, yes. Because at the end of it all, He will come back and judge us based on what you have done. He will call me, Mami Biama, what did you do with the gift I gave you? He will call you and ask you, what did you do with the gift I gave you? Yours might not be singing, yours might not be preaching, but if it's work, He said you should do it as unto the Lord. And so I tell everyone that may we focus on Christ, and at the end of it all, we will be crowned in heaven. Amen. And everyone should come for the gaze.
Amen. I hope you also want to be there, because indeed God will come and judge each one of us of what we use our time for, our resources and all that. So you can be at the gaze. She says it's free. It is free of charge. It's happening this Sunday, July 26, 2026 at the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. So we don't want to miss that. Let's go and support Mami Biama. Mami, thank you very much for coming on the show and that ferret-spilled performance you gave us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Right, so this is still Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. We're going for a quick break. When we come back, the show continues.
Confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Kel Charcoal toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients and a bomb is so fine and man swing and a sounds of Mama Hotel so it will big them.
Kel Charcoal toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
This has been a great tool across the country on countless sites. You need one. Talk to Zonda.
still a beautiful Wednesday morning, and it's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. As you already know, Nana Tufo-Boateng started the show with his panel as they discussed some topics that are shaping the nation politically. And of course, after that, we had some riveting, beautiful, soulful gospel music this morning to, give us some spirit-filled attitude to continue the day. And Wahab actually spoke to Mami, and it was a very good interview. Don't forget to join her this Sunday as she records her album, especially if you want to be part of it. And now it's time for us to continue with the show. But before we do that, my name is Chris Carter, and of course you've seen Wahab already, but we have the weather forecast for you right now. All right, so this is an 18-hour forecast valid for Ghana from 6 a.m. this morning, and it's from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. So this is a summary of today's weather. This morning, very few places within the northern and transition sectors will experience rain with occasional thunder. Meanwhile, southern Ghana will remain mostly cloudy conditions, with mist or fog patches forming over the coastal forest and mountainous areas during the early hours. Some places may also experience light rain or drizzle. As the day progresses into the afternoon, a mixture of cloudiness and sunshine will prevail across the country. However, thunderstorms or rain are expected to develop over parts of the north and a few areas within the transition and middle belts from late afternoon into the evening hours. The state of the sea today will be calm. So ladies and gentlemen, from the Ghana Meteorological Agency, don't forget to follow them on all social media platforms. They also have a YouTube channel, they have a WhatsApp channel, and they have a TikTok and X social media handle. So do well to follow them and stay updated with the weather. If you want to add any other thing when it comes to the weather, don't forget to download an app either on your Play Store or your iOS to back it up with some of the information that you need to know when it comes to the weather. So to prepare you, or to help you actually prepare during each day throughout the week to avoid any problems. And now we're going to straight to the promos. What promo do we have now?
Right, Grace. The Northern Business Fair is happening in just 2 days. Yes. The countdown is over. It's almost over, I must say. So on 25th and 26th July, this weekend, I must say, the Tamale Jubilee Park is going to be turned into a bustling commercial center where businesses from across the 5 northern regions and beyond, I'm talking about entrepreneurs, SMEs, investors, everyone, they're going to be there to connect, to partner. And so you don't want to miss that opportunity. Who knows, you may meet your next business partner there. And so you have to be there. So whether you are an entrepreneur, SME, any form of business you are doing, provided it is made in Ghana, the Tamale Jubilee Park is where you have to be on July 25 and 26, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. This is the second edition. The first one was massive. This one, you have to be there to witness what is going to transpire for yourself. So we want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, EcoBank, NPA, the National Petroleum Authority. We have the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, North Shore Apparel, and the SIC Insurance PLC. So thank you very much for them for supporting us to come up with the second edition of the Northern Business Fair. If you want any information or you want to register, the time is now because it's happening in just 2 days. It is happening in just 2 days. You can call us on 0205 973 973 0205 973 973 to register and also seek for more information, more clarification, and all that. The Northern Business Fair is powered by Channel One Television and supported by City 97.3 FM. Right, the literacy challenge, we're still admitting entries. We're still taking entries. We are still taking entries. The Literacy Challenge 2026 edition is coming up. Deadline for submission of entry has been extended, as you know. The deadline is now July 30, 2026, 5 p.m. prompt. 5 p.m. prompt. This year there is a new tweak to it. It is a national competition. We've broadened it up. So wherever you are in the 16 regions of Ghana, you stand a chance to represent your region and yourself. This year's edition, I must say, you can't afford to let your ward miss that opportunity to be the next Literacy Challenge winner 2026. And this is a topic the students are going to write on. In not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence, also known as AI, in education. Advice on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. And the eligibility age for this particular challenge, the pre-secondary competition, is between the age of 11 to 15. Even if you are 15 years and 1 day old, no, you don't stand, you don't qualify. So it's strictly 11 to 15 years. 11 to 15 years. So teachers, parents, encourage your wards to take up the challenge. Let them write handwritten essay. Emphasis again on handwritten. We don't want it typed. They should write. We want to see their beautiful handwritings. It should be handwritten, and the essay must be endorsed by either parent, teacher, or guardian of the ward. And that's how you can post it. You can post it to the Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box 14123, Accra Central. The Literacy Challenge, P.O. Box 14123, Accra Central. Alternatively, you can submit it in person to our premises here at Tesano, and we will receive that. But for more information, you can reach us on 0205 973 973, 0205 973 973, and the prize is a 10,000 Ghana cedis cash prize and a brand new laptop. 10,000 Ghana cedis cash prize and a brand new laptop. And we want to say a big thank you to our sponsors for the Literacy Challenge 2026. Prospectus Ghana, Prospectus Ghana, and
SIC Insurance.
SIC Insurance PLC, and an
Advocate
Publishing. A very big thank you to them for helping us bring up the Literacy Challenge 2026 edition. Chris, what else do you have?
All right, so we'd like to remind you that the Blank Scenes is still on right here on Channel One TV. So do well to tune in with us here every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. You definitely do not want to miss this. This is a beautiful drama series produced by Channel One TV for you that talks about a Ghanaian centered family or a Ghanaian family. We see all the excitement and a lot to learn and to be inspired from when it comes to this drama series. So yes, gather the kids, if you're parents, and also if your kids, gather around the TV and enjoy the blank scenes. You definitely do not want to miss all the drama and excitement and entertainment that this drama series has to offer. And don't forget, excitingly, we have repeat dates for you that you definitely do not want to miss. So the repeat dates are from Friday 11:30 a.m., Saturdays 7 p.m., Sundays 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays 3 p.m., Wednesdays 5:30 p.m. A very big thank you to NASCO, Lizzie Shito, Out Mosquito Coil, Everpack, and Lele. Thank you so much for making this possible. All right, now it's time for to jump into the trends. Let's take a quick breather, and when we come back, we will be bringing you the trends. All right, it's time for us to get into the trends of the day. And of course, the trends are hot topics that are making the waves on social media that gets everybody excited to want to be part of or want to, contribute to any of the threads. So we got this from Facebook, social media platforms like Facebook, X, and Snapchat and TikTok, etc. Now, the big one, which started yesterday night, was the issue of NASPA suspending the 60 Ghana cedis deduction. So the National Service Personnel Association, which is NASPA, has suspended its contract with Zeus Atlas Limited for the implementation of its capacity building program following Sorry, this is very funny because I really don't understand. I don't see the head and the tail for this though. Yeah, so they have suspended the contract with Zeus Atlas Limited for the implementation of its capacity building program following concerns over the deduction of 60 Ghana cedis from the allowance of national service personnel. And now, speaking at the press conference at the National Service Authority headquarters in Accra on Tuesday, 1st of July, NASPA President Abdul Wahab Bala Mohammed said the decision followed a directive from the Minister of Youth, Employment and Development, George Opari Ado, after widespread concerns were raised by service personnel over the deduction. Mr. Mohammed explained that although the association believed the program would improve the employability of national service personnel, it had acknowledged that the financial commitment required was beyond the means of many personnel. And yes, I think there's a video on that. Let's check out the EAT video and then we come back and check the comments.
Employability. However, we fully acknowledge that the financial commitment required may not have been reasonable for all service personnel. Based on this progress, NASPA formally requested the National Service Authority to facilitate a reduction of 60 Ghana cedis to represent the duration of the training over a 4-month learning period, that is 15 cedis per month. So as to offset part of the program cost already incurred, which was what was deducted in the last allowance. However, as concerns about the program intensified, particularly regarding the deductions and the level of consultation, we took our time to engage our newly elected regional executives, receive feedback from service personnel, and as well as carefully review the issues that had been raised. Over the past few days, we have been engaged by the management of the National Service Authority over the concerns and frustrations expressed. In response to the feedback from the service personnel and general public, and as well as in line with the sector ministers and board's directive, the management have issued this directive to NASPA. The capacity building program, as currently structured, is hereby suspended with immediate effect pending a comprehensive review of the program for a decisive action to be taken, which is in line with our sector minister and the Minister of Youth, Empowerment and Development, Honorable George Opariado's directive. Again, we wish to assure every national service personnel that there will be no further deductions on behalf of all in relation to the capacity building training. We would like to emphasize that we welcome this directly wholeheartedly. We thank the Minister, the Board and Management of the National Service Authority for their...
If you are deducting an amount for a capacity building program, you need to consult us. Hello guys, are you guys interested in this capacity building program or not? And these are the kind of things that comes along with it. You are going to be charged 60 cedis or deducted 60 cedis or 180 cedis. So that is what we are advocating for. That since we weren't consulted, there is no way that we are supporting this thing. And this is not, I'm not even doing it for myself. We are not doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for the national service personnel out there who heavily depends on this 715 and is facing critical deductions, whereas the person wasn't even consulted. That's what we stand for.
For how many months have you been deducted?
All right, so the initiative actually is such that they will deduct for 3 good months. So the first month they will deduct 60 cedis, the second month they will deduct 60 cedis, and in the third month too, they will deduct 60 cedis, making 180 cedis in all. So per the program and their agreement and whatever they are saying, they are charging each personnel 180 Ghana cedis, and that's so uncalled for. So this allowance is meager. It doesn't even do anything. Transportation, food, others are also, they've rented and they are paying utility bills. And looking at the economy and the situation that we are in, 715 in itself doesn't even do anything. How much more you taking 60 cedis out of it, another 60 and also a third 60? There is no way we are supporting this. We are not seeking for suspension of the program. What we are seeking for, regardless of the suspension and everything, is that they would refund and halt any further deductions. There is no way we are, and make it voluntary. If you are doing this capacity building program, it's important you do a consultation process. You ask us, are you guys interested, yes or no? And if you are interested, this is what is coming along with it. We are going to charge you this and that. That is what we want to know. Accountability, fairness, transparency. So there is no way we, as concerned national service personnel, we are sitting aloof whilst this will go on and affect our work.
This is a very interesting conversation to be had.
60
I really
from 715.
love the fact that the reps of the national service, personnel actually spoke their mind. Honestly, whether we like it or not, the only thing that they are asking for is accountability. And the second thing they are also, another thing that they are also asking for is consultation. Before you actually start a program that you think will benefit us and you think that you are going to take money from us, you should let us know. Because you taking money without telling us, it's criminal.
Absolutely,
It is
because
criminal.
you are doing it for our interest.
You cannot just take money like that out of my salary without explaining whatever you're doing. And then secondly, the capacity building is for what? And apart from for what, has it started already? And if it has started already, how do the people benefit from the capacity building if they are at work from Monday to Friday? At what point do they go for the capacity building?
What is the scope? What
has the capacity building started already? Because from what it sounds like the program is not yet started, but they have already started deduction.
Yes.
So who is going to benefit from it? So there are a lot of questions to be asked. I think they didn't do their due diligence in implementing this well. Honestly,
absolutely, because why must you deduct 60 Ghana cedis from 715 cedis, 57 pesos?
No, you see, it's not even an issue of the 715 Ghana cedis. Do you understand?
I don't know.
Even if I take 1 million, you have no right to deduct from me because you don't know. You don't know what that 1 million does for me.
Exactly.
You don't know if my bills are 1 million. Do you understand? You don't know if I'm paying off a debt of 1 million. So even if it's 100 billion, you do not have the right
to do, because
exactly.
You claim it is for my interest, but whatever you are doing in my interest, I must be concerned. I must know what is going into it, what role I'm going to play. Do you even have idea whether they will make time? Because it's the authority that is supposed to come up with this capacity building training and all that. As an association, fine. You are representing our interests, fine. But you must consult us, just like the concerned personnel were highlighting. You can't just go ahead and start deduction. Already there are talks about the amount they are receiving for months, because Chris, if you stay at Dodowa and say you work at the ministries, every day you wake up from Dodowa, even transport alone, the 715 cedis, 57 pesos will not be enough for you to do that. They are already concerned about the amount, and you just go ahead without the knowing of the people you are going to do this for and start deduction. That was absolutely uncalled for and very wrong. And I like the fact that they are very concerned, the personnel are concerned, and have rise to the occasion to protest this particular issue. Yes, I agree with them. Despite the suspension, refund what you've taken from our coffers already. Interesting. But let's check out some comments, what people have been saying on social media regarding this deduction.
All right, Oko_AJ, our time to the same deductions. We don't know why they do that every year. Ghana crowd, what's wrong with some of our leaders? Liquidated 0x, they deduct from stipend when I reach $40. When I reach $40. May Okret says, Ma Okret, sorry. How do you deduct 60 Ghana from 715 Ghana CD stipend when service personnel are already struggling to survive? Also, some people from the previous service, still have not received a single payment with no clear indications of when they will be paid. Refund and pay the money owed. Archibald is saying, my brother, thank you for talking on our behalf. Chris Anand 3, this is a generational deduction. Then take me self in 2018. We protested and they did nothing about that. Abuba _ ha ha ha. Them go cry. We are even being charged 100 Ghana cedis plus to get our certificate. Wow.
Interesting. So you could
so my question really now is, what's the point of the whole national service if you want to be deducting money from them? Like, are you teaching them what they are going to be seeing in the future? That anybody can just deduct money from you? I don't understand.
The service itself is to prepare you for the job market, give you that,
is it?
Make you ready. Well,
is it preparing you?
Now,
is it really?
most of them, when they go to the workspace, they are reduced to buying wachi.
That's why I asked, is it? Because I really liked what one of the panelists this morning said about it, because I like the fact that he said that if we really are serious about trying to create the leaders of tomorrow or create people from the job market, it's important to start some sort of like internship. And I like what some secondary schools do. Yes, like some of the international secondary schools, and even parents that have taken it upon themselves, like you work during the summer. That actually opens your eyes and gives you a working experience compared to, so even compared to most of the people, the fresh graduates, because some people have never worked anywhere before, and some of these secondary students, they have actually gone places, they have actually worked, so they are even more experienced. They even have a better CV than you understand. So I think it's about finding better ways to introduce people into the job market and making them understand how it works. So yes, I think the whole internship system
maybe re-looked at, because this started way back, more than 50 years now. It's time for us to re-look at it, maybe reform it.
And it's been the same money for how many years?
So before 2017, it was 350 Ghana cedis that they receive per month, and then 2017 thereabouts, I think mid 2017 early 2017 getting to the middle, they increased it from 350 Ghana cedis to 559 Ghana cedis, 04 pesos. And up until then, in 2023, they increased it from that to 715 cedis, 57 pesos, and it still remains as such up until 2023. Today. Yes.
Okay.
So for
that's all right. It's 3 years.
Between the space of 3 years now, the stipend has not been increased, so it's still 715 Ghana cedis, 57 pesos.
Well, 3 years is not a lot. Yeah.
It's not a lot?
No, 3 years is not a lot. We see it in the job market. So you can actually be working for a very long time and get the same pay for a long time.
Times have changed. The reason a lot of people are saying maybe we should reform it, and make it a comprehensive 1-year internship program in collaboration with the university. So immediately you come out of the university, you are posted to a firm related to maybe the course you read in school. Right, you get a hands-on experience. A lot of students go through the university system, and for all the 4 years they stay, for the long vacations, the short vacations, they don't get the chance to even have a...
Because the truth is, because sometimes you don't need the uni to do this for you. You need to do it yourself.
Out of your comfort zone.
But for me, let me give you a perfect example. My son is not in uni, he's in secondary school. I don't need anybody to do it for me. I go out there, please put him here. He needs to have job experience. And you are in uni and you tell me you can, in your long holiday, you cannot go and...
In relation to the
internship?
No, I'm talking about the national service now, right? Now it's a national something. It's the authority. You have the National Service Authority that posts after your stay in uni, tertiary. They post you to the various institutions to go do your service there.
No, but you said the university should post you.
So I am saying that there should be a reform to make it a comprehensive 1-year internship program instead of the current national service system that we have. You understand?
Yes, but that's what I'm still saying. So if we're dependent on that, if you're dependent on that and it doesn't go the way you want, then we should not complain always.
That alone is not enough just to say.
So I feel like sometimes, sometimes we also have to take the bull by the horn yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because honestly, all this complaint that we are seeing, some people are not facing this complaint.
Yeah.
Because they have also found a way to work their things out.
Other schools do it though. School like UDS, they have a whole semester that you be attached to.
You go and work, exactly, because the whole thing is, because all this capacity building that they are taking the 60 Ghana for, it's about, oh, let me teach you how to be in the job market.
But does it happen?
That's what we are saying.
That is the issue.
Exactly. Anyway, let's move to the other one. SABC broadcast. Sorry, SABC. Sorry, SABC. If you can watch us right now, if you're watching us right now, somebody from SABC is watching us right now. We saw what you did there. Anyway, SABC broadcaster issues apology for false Ebola report. So SABC is like the national TV or broadcasting corporation for South Africa Broadcasting Corporation, and it's one of the biggest TVs there. So the South Africa Broadcasting Corporation actually aired a wrong information on TV, and they claimed that Ghana has 2,300 Ebola cases and 930 deaths. And obviously, you said it's a mistake. You have come to say it's a mistake, but honestly, personally, I think it's not a mistake. We both know the Cold War, the cold diplomatic war that is going on that have moved from social media into diplomacy. We can see it, we can feel it, we know what is going on. So coming out to say it's a mistake, okay. Anyway, I have a video concerning that.
SABC News incorrectly attributing Ebola statistics to Ghana. In our news scroll that is at the bottom of your screen, this happened during a broadcast last night. Well, SABC News says it regrets the error and apologizes for any distress or inconvenience caused. To clarify, according to Ghana's Ministry of Health, these are the facts. Ghana has not recorded any case of Ebola virus. The Minister of Health, Kwaben Minta Akando, recently visited the points of entry as well as laboratories and treatment facilities as part of Ghana's routine preparedness efforts meant to strengthen the country's readiness to prevent and respond to any potential public health emergency. The proactive measures do not indicate an Ebola outbreak once again in Ghana.
The you know, the correction, I mean the correction that they made yesterday on the Twitter and on TV. So they said the correction, no Ebola cases recorded in Ghana. So they attributed an incorrect statistic to Ghana when it comes to Ebola. And clearly, I mean, if there are issues of Ebola, I think our, you know, Health Ministry would have put it out there. But anyway, the Ghana's Ministry of Health dismissed that it was false, confirming 0 cases and explaining that recent brother checks as routine precautions. So this is a press release from the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Health alleged fears of Ghanaians and other African countries about Ebola publication on SABC. So the Ministry of Health has taken notice of a false publication circulating on social media published by SABC News Channel, claiming that Ghana's Ebola cases have risen to 2,300 with 930 deaths. The ministry wishes to state unequivocally that Ghana has not recorded any case of Ebola virus disease or EVD. The figures being circulated are false, misleading, and should be disregarded. So the Minister of Health, Honorable Kwabena Minta Akando, recently visited the points of entry, laboratories, and treatment facilities as part of Ghana's routine preparedness efforts to strengthen the country's readiness to prevent and respond to any potential public health emergency. These proactive measures do not indicate an Ebola outbreak in Ghana. The ministry urges the public to rely only on official information from the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service and to avoid sharing unverified reports. All right, so yeah, this is it, and this is from the ministry.
First of all, why must you publish such an information without doing due diligence to cross-check?
Well, if you see what's going on, if you see what's going on social media, you would know why they publish it. If you're following,
just to counterattack
if you're
the
following
whole
the little bickering and the diplomatic wars that have also been going on, that jumped from, you know, social media down to what we are seeing now to national TV, then you would definitely understand where it's coming from. First of all, they accused Ghana and Nigeria of, you know, spreading false information about you know, their whole Afrophobia and xenophobic attacks on Africans. But clearly it has gone beyond what we are seeing now. For them to even write something like this or say something like this on national TV, then I think something needs to be done about this. But
absolutely,
yeah, because we're in an era of where we are saying no to false news. And you don't know who would have taken this seriously. And that person that watched it the day you broadcasted this might not be on TV or might not be in front of their screen yesterday that you have
and
actually
would have shaped their perception
so they have shaped
all that.
Exactly, so you have shaped someone's perception about Ghana. You have already put into somebody's mind, and that person is going to move that information to the next person and move to the next person and move to the, oh, do you hear Ghana has Ebola? Do you hear Ghana has Ebola? Meanwhile, it never happened. SABC, I think you can do better. I think you are a big TV station, and in fact the National Broadcasting Corporation of South Africa. So I think you need to come together and then also investigate whoever put that out there, because this is darning. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's what we have for the
trends.
Yeah.
But let's check out some
comments. But let's check out the comments.
Akosia the Rebel, she says, get your lawyer's lawyer ready. Kofi Amwako, let's extradite him to Ghana with laughing emoji there. Kwame Waja, SBAC owes Ghana more than SABC owes Ghana more than an apology, boss. You can't just throw Ebola around carelessly with Ghana flag. Still official. Misinformation is dangerous, especially when it involves public health.
Exactly.
How do you verify news before sharing? That is the important question there. Kwame Ato, it was intentional. Ghana should sue them. All right, so that's the last comment.
Yeah, and just like everyone put out there, misinformation is very dangerous, because we're in an era that we are trying to stop misinformation.
From coming to the country, because of course they are keepers, they are concerned about their health and all that. Like maybe you should take an action for them to see how serious, if indeed what you've said is true about they trying.
Well, they have already put
back.
out an apology already. They have already put out an apology, and sometimes that suffices. But at the end of the day, I think they need to do internal works and also investigate how this started and how it even got on TV.
Absolutely.
So everybody on that line actually need to be sanctioned. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Trends. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we have a lot of interviews for you to enjoy.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Advise on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Thursday, 30th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central. Stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV. And it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocates Publishing.
From across Ghana to the heart of Tamale, the very best of made in Ghana products, services, innovation, education, enterprise, homegrown businesses, and indigenous corporate organizations are all coming together at one exciting event. The Northern Business Fair 2026, your one-stop destination to discover, shop, connect, network, and explore new business opportunities in Northern Ghana. Whether you are an entrepreneur, investor, student, business owner, or consumer, this is where Ghanaian excellence meets opportunity. Join us on Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th July 2026 at Jubilee Park Tamale from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Are you ready to showcase your business to the nation and beyond? Call 0205 973 973 now and secure your spot. The Northern Business Fair 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM, and it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, the National Petroleum Authority, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, North Shore Apparel Ghana Limited, and SIC Insurance PLC. The Northern Business Fair 2026, your market, your connections, your growth.
Thank you very much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. It's time now to have a conversation about Old School Association. Do you remember the last time we went to your alma mater, I mean your SHS? Well, right, so today we're going to have a conversation with the Old Students Association of the Ghana National College, I mean the 2006 year group. They are going to have a homecoming. You know, that's a big deal. When we used to be in school, whenever you hear homecoming, you know there's going to be a lot of activities. There are going to be a series of shows. In fact, that particular day, the dining food, the dining hall food, especially because indeed the old boys and girls will be in there to enjoy the meal together with us. So it was always joyful, joyous when we hear old boys and girls are visiting the school. So in studio with me is Zach Akins Bentum, who is Nananom 2006 year group, and he happens to be the group member of that year group and also the head member of the media team of the 2006 year group of Nananom Ghana National College. You're welcome, Zach.
Thank you.
I hope you're doing well.
I'm blessed by grace.
Well, before you walked into the studio, I was just trying to see whether I still remember the lines of my school anthem. Do you still remember?
Oh, yes, I do.
I see. Indeed, you are Nananom. With you being a member of the media team, if I would have been surprised if maybe you didn't remember, just by the way. But tell us about 2 decades already.
Yes, 2 decades already.
You left Ghana National 2006.
6 years.
Wow, and you're going back.
You're going back to the house.
How does it feel like going back to the school that nurtured you, made you? In fact, I'm sure you are very much excited to go back. Tell us how.
Well, it feels good. I left school 2nd June 2006, and all too soon. I mean, 20 years looks like a long time, but when you sit down and reflect and think about it, I mean, you notice that time flies just like that.
Indeed.
So, I mean, it feels good after 2006. This will be the 2nd time of me going back to the school. And apart from that, is also my year group that is hosting the year group. So, I mean, I feel excited about it. Yes.
Wow. 2 decades, interesting. But what's your fondest memory whenever Ghana National College comes in mind? In school, during your time?
Well, some of the fondest memories was in the morning when you are late, running to assembly, buttoning your shirt, you have headmasters chasing you. Sometimes you are in the dormitory, you don't go to dining, then you hear that there was a roll call happening at dining. I mean, those are some of the fondest memories, and sometimes some of the incidents that happen in class and incidents in school. I remember there was one guy in my class. Mondays after assembly, we used to have mathematics 3 times in a row. So our math teacher then, Mr. Walker,
hours?
No, like 3, like 3. How do I even say 3 consecutive? No, not consecutive days. You know that maybe for the first 30 minutes you have this subject, next 30 minutes you have another subject. So ours was 3 on a row.
Wow.
Yes. So our math teacher then, Mr. Walker, he'll come to class, and after every class, I mean, he'll call you that. He'll call some people. Everything that I taught you, come and summarize it. So there was one guy. There was one guy that he called the guy every time for the guy to come, because the guy wasn't good in maths and he always wasn't paying attention. So one visiting, when the guy's mom came, he was like, you this guy. The guy was like, he stopped school. His mom was like, oh, my teacher no Ohamidodo, so I've stopped school. The mom went to report at the administration. So Monday when he came, said, some of you, I'm helping you. You don't want me to help you, so I won't worry you again. That was also one lovely fun memory. And then there was another one, Aso. You know, wherever boys and girls are, I mean, there was a relationship or something of that sort. So I mean, 2 guys in the same dormitory, and one guy takes another guy's girl, and I mean, all over the school. So I mean, those are some of the fondest memories.
Interesting. But you're going back, your year group is going back to National. Tell us about it. When is it happening? And you're going to celebrate your 20 years and all that. Tell us about that program coming up.
Okay, so it's a 3-day event on the 24th, that is this Friday, to Sunday the 26th. So on the 24th at 10 o'clock a.m., we are all meeting. I mean, apart from Nananum 2006, all Nananum old students, alumni, we are all meeting at West Hills Mall at 10 a.m. Then we set up with the police escorts to Ghana National College, Cape Coast. When we get to Cape Coast, we'll meet for the 24th. We'll all meet at Agre and wait and go through a floating town. After we go through the floating town, we go to the school for an annual general meeting. And then after the annual general meeting, some of our mates who are no more, we'll remember them. And after that, we'll go to, we'll all go and relax for a while. Then we go to the beach for a bonfire.
Okay.
Yes, after a bonfire, then in the evening, 10 p.m., we go to Sahara Springs, which is a nightclub in Cape Coast. Then we go and have fun. Then after that, the Saturday, which is the speech and prize giving day, the 78th speech and prize giving day. After the speech and prize giving day at 2 p.m., we are going to Lash on the Coast for a lunch. After that, then in the evening, we go to Sahara Springs. But before Sahara Springs in the evening, we'll have a BBQ at 7 p.m. Then we go back to the nightclub. Then Sunday, the Thanksgiving. After the Thanksgiving, we go to Solace for Moto. Then those who come to Accra will come to Accra.
Amazing. It's going to be a busy 3 days for Nananum 2003
very fun
and then 10
very
fraternity.
Very fun part.
Right. So we come to the speech and prize giving day. That so it's a year group that is hosting this year's edition.
Yes.
Wow. So I know always when a year group hosts the speech and prize giving day, they come up with some legacy projects and all that. Are you doing same?
Yes, we are having a legacy project. Our legacy project is called Stir the Valley.
Sorry?
Stir the Valley.
Okay, tell us about it.
So there is a route. As soon as you enter the school, there's let me say borehole, which is on the school gate. But when you go in front a bit, let me say like 5 meters or 10 meters on the left-hand side, there was a valley. I mean, everyone uses it in school, the teachers, the day students, because it's faster, but you need to climb and go all the way to the top. So when the girls don't have water at the girls' side, that is where they use and come and fetch water at the borehole and go back. For the guys, we have a longer route, which is a tar road that we use.
Okay.
So 20 years after finishing school, we didn't just want to go back and give a donation like how others do. So we were like, okay, I mean, we need to give something back to the school, which it will benefit everyone. So we went to the school, sat down and thought of it and was like, okay, then we'll Stir the Valley. So Stir the Valley, we are doing a stairs all the way to the top, whereby everyone will be able to use it and will light it as well.
Wow. Stir the Valley.
Yes.
Interesting. So that's one of the things when it comes to old student coming back home. You know, they don't come empty-handed. They come, they touch something, they come, they change something in the school. Interesting. So who can attend this? You are converging at West Hills Mall.
West Hills Mall, Friday.
All right. So is that convergence limited to only Nananum 2006?
No. So I mean, all old alumni of Nananum students are invited.
Okay.
Yes, and I mean, if you're in, I mean, all those students. It's not just, I mean, 2006 is the year group that is hosting, but any other year group can come. Yes, so everyone is invited.
Wow.
No closed doors.
Interesting. But I have a lot of friends who went through Ghana National College.
Really?
But before that, let me ask, you know, originally the school was built by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah,
yes,
for sons and daughters, children of ministers at the time.
Yes.
I'm wondering, I also, is any of your parents, was any of your parents a minister? All right, maybe times have changed.
I don't even know if I should say this or if I shouldn't say, but my late grandfather, who I was named after, he wasn't a minister, but he was a one-time GFA president.
Okay.
I was named after him, Lake Zach Bintum. God bless his soul wherever he is.
Amen. Amen.
And he was also the first black and only black managing director of British Petroleum.
Wow. So you see,
yes.
I wasn't, viewers, I wasn't wrong after all. All right. So, but before we're wrapping up, before you go, I want you to take us through your school anthem. And Nananum are watching. Let me be in attentive mood.
The joys of Ghana call we sing, whose glory forever shall reign. Our pride and youth, 'tis here we bring, to serve our land both far and near. Hail boys, cheer girls for our Ghana College dear.
Wow, beautiful one there. So on Nananum 2006 and beyond, home is calling. You have to go
back to the hills.
Back to the hills. So home is calling. You have to go back to the hills. They are going to. They are not just going empty-handed. They are going with Stir the Valley project to help the ones in school now. Ease their movement and all that. Thank you very much, Zach Bentum. Nananum 2006 member and also member of the media team of the year group. We are wishing you a successful celebration. It's going to be a busy 3 days for you.
3 days.
But thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for your time too.
So we've been speaking with Zach Bentum, who is a member of the Nananum 2003, that is the 2006, that is the Alumni Association of the Ghana National College. They are going to have a speech and prize giving day, and that year group happens to host that, and it's also a celebration of their 20th anniversary as an association. Right, this is still Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. We're going for a quick break. When we return, we have more insightful conversations for you on the show.
This August, the journey begins again on Channel 1 TV. Relive the unforgettable moments from the 10th edition of the Heritage Caravan 2026 as we take you on an extraordinary adventure across 14 breathtaking regions of Ghana in 8 magical days. From the rich culture and history to the stunning landscapes, mouth-watering cuisine, and unforgettable experiences. Every episode celebrates the beauty and diversity of Ghana.
So from Asante Osetutu's line, maternally are the rulers of the Asante Kingdom since 1690.
Don't miss the sights, the stories, the people, and the memories.
Basfa is now known as Awa International.
Don't bend so Marvin, now to the champion. Don't bend so Marvin, now to the champion. What's up? What's your tiny group? What's up? What's your tiny group? We now will be there. What's up, Company Group? What's up? What's your tiny group? What's up? What's your tiny group? We now will be there. Baby, you're my watch. Money coming good, son, I'm a
Tune in this August on Channel 1 TV, and once again, let's experience Ghana like never before.
This has been a great tool across the country on countless sites. You need one. Talk to Zonda.
From Accra to Buenos Aires, from Lagos to London, the world is locking in for the greatest football spectacle on earth, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But before the first whistle cuts through the noise, there's a deeper rhythm to the game. Every badge carries history, every player brings a story, every number means something. Welcome to World Cup Central, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of World Cup Central right on Channel 1 TV.
Your home
of football intelligence with African energy and global perspective. We're taking you beyond the highlights, from powerful eye-opening stats to sharp breakdowns of every qualified nation to insights that change how you see the beautiful game.
Their first appearance was in 1930, and their best finish at the World Cup was third place in 1930. That was a long time ago.
Every Friday at 3 p.m., we serve it fast, bold, and electric. No fluff, just pure football knowledge delivered with style.
You couldn't beat Norway, so if you are not at the World Cup, it's thoroughly deserved, so please stay at home.
World Cup Central, Fridays at 3 p.m. exclusively on Channel 1 TV.
I'm high and I'm getting.
Looking for power, performance, or pure driving comfort? Looking for strength for your business or style for your lifestyle? Welcome to Zondertech Ghana Limited, your one-stop automobile shop. From heavy-duty trucks built with global powerhouse Sinotrack to premium SUVs and pickups from Great Wall Motors and Cherry. From light-duty commercial trucks to world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sunny Group, Zondertech delivers top-most quality brands with affordable luxury. Zondertech gives you power, prestige, and performance all in one place. Strong, reliable, affordable. Zondertech Ghana Limited. Drive the future. Call Zondertech on 050-177-2222 or 050-177-3333.
All right, so we've been telling you about the Auto Sale and Expo that is going to be coming soon, brought to you by Zondertech and Channel 1 TV. Now, I'm sure some of you want to know more about it because we've just been, promoting it as a form of duty, but now it's time for us to get deep into this whole event. Let's understand what it's about, and also let's understand the brands behind this. So in studio with us, we have Joseph Alote, who's the head of technical production here at Channel 1 TV, and we also have Samuel Moore, who's the product manager for Zondertech Ghana Limited. You're all welcome, men in black. All right, so let's get into the conversation. I'm going to start with you, Samuel. The first question, obviously, is who is Zondertech, or who are Zondertech? Tell us about Zondertech.
Okay, so when it comes to our company, we are from China. It's a Chinese-based company, but we build in Ghana, we build in Ghana. Yes, we're always saying that because our company has established, this year might be the 15 or 16 years that we're based in Ghana. So majority of the people working with us are Ghanaians, like 80 or 90%.
Right.
Yes, and we are always saying that because we are the Zondertech Ghana Limited, we're based in Ghana for several years, and for our company, we are trying to bring more profits and trying to bring more opportunities to our Ghanaians. Yes. For example, our company, we have the assembling line. A lot of vehicles assembled in Ghana, so we can give a lot of technical knowledge from our Chinese people to our
Ghanaian,
dear Ghanaians,
yeah.
so we can learn and improve for all the time.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So this event is going to be happening in August, and obviously it's an auto sale and expo at the
Yeah.
same time, so people can come and see. So what should visitors expect with this year's event?
I mean, when we talk about Zonda Tech, about our company, the first view will comes into people's mind. They are heavy duties, just like some tipper trucks, some construction working machines, excavators, bulldozers. But this year's we are trying to bring more and more passengers vehicles, like the high ground clearance SUVs and MPVs, and also some like EVs. We all know EV is the future, right?
Yeah.
And we are bringing more and more EVs. But according to EV, charging stations are not very popular in Ghana right now.
Right.
So we bring the hybrid. Have the PHEV, which calls the plug-in hybrid, and then range extender EVs, and those kind of full with different kind of particle energy.
Right.
Yes, and then people you can come for all the time, and especially during the 2 days event, what we can get is we give you a lot of options for all the vehicles, no matter which business you are dealing with. Maybe you are doing the construction.
Yeah.
Maybe you just start your home family.
Yeah.
Maybe just get a boyfriend you want to marry, get a car. Yeah.
So there's something for everyone.
Yeah.
All right, so JB, all right, just so everybody knows that just about, we call you JB. So JB, now why is Channel One partnering with Zonda Tech? Especially this being an auto sale and expo, how do we come in?
Channel One has always thought about the consumer, the Ghanaian consumer, trying to bring things to your doorstep, making things affordable, letting people know that there are affordable things here through all the events and the fairs that we do. And so the auto fair is nothing different. Think of the person that wants to buy a vehicle. Young, upwardly mobile person, they have maybe $20,000 want to buy a vehicle. They're thinking of a second-hand vehicle.
Yeah.
But Zonda has vehicles that fit every pocket and every range, be it EV or be it diesel or petrol. You know, it's like Sam said, it's not just heavy-duty trucks that they have, but they have vehicles that fit every pocket. So if you have 20K USD and you want to buy a vehicle, Zonda has what it takes to be able to. They have an offering for you to be. That's why we are partnering with them. Also, wanting people to know that yes, there's vehicles are being assembled in Ghana. Premium vehicles are being assembled in Ghana. One of the things we want to showcase. Second, we also want to let people know that there are financing options available. We are doing this with about 8+ banks.
Okay.
Right. That already work with Zonda. They will be there. So there will be the auto finance clinic that people will go in and see what options are available based on the vehicles they choose as well. So these are two key things why we are doing this with Zonda.
Right. Samuel, back to you. What type of vehicles are we going to be seeing? Let's talk about the models.
The models.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, we have the orange SUVs from the 4x2 to 4x4, like those who really can go any of the road vehicles. And apart from this, we also have some EVs, just like what I mentioned before. The EVs, we also have the small hatchback to the middle or middle large sized SUVs. And the seats for the SUV, we also have the 4, 5, or 7. And furthermore, we know Ghanaians, we love buying the pickups, right? Yeah, pickups, we are also available. And this year, we import a new product. It's called a Cherry Hemla. That's why it's a very, from exterior, you will see, wow, that is fantastic exterior. And once you get interior, you feel like this car full of the technology. Yeah, and apart from it, just comes to the topic about constructions, like the mining dumper, a lot of things.
Right.
And by the way, last week we just launched our latest product, which is EV tipper truck.
EV tipper truck?
Yeah.
Okay, I never heard that before. That's
so
interesting.
Now you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the EV tipper truck, it just arrived in Ghana last week. So we gave product launch last week. So people are very interested about the EV trucks.
Yeah.
And because for sometimes people they buying the trucks like the diesel version, like air pollution is everywhere. Yeah. So that's why we import the EV trucks and people. We all know EV is the future, and we are trying to make Ghana more and more clean and more,
sustainable.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. So that's why we bring the EV trucks.
All right. So now, when it comes to cars and buying cars, one thing that people look out for is the after-sales services.
Yeah.
So, what after-sales services do you actually have, and what warranty packages do you have for people that would decide to say, "I'm going to buy a car here"?
That is also comes to the consumers' points. Like you know, every people they buy in a car. The first time they buy in a car from this company, because the trust is mutually, right? And if you just getting a car from here and finally the people disappeared, and once your car getting crashed or maybe you want to do the maintenance, you do not know where you get spare parts.
Exactly.
That is very, you know, that is very painful in everybody's hand, in their hearts. So for our company, for most of the vehicles, like for the passengers, SUVs and those kind of cars, we give you 5 years warranty and 150,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
Yes, and also I just mentioned about new pickup, like we just import the Cherry pickup. That car will be around still 5 years, but we can give you 200,000 kilometers.
Oh.
Yeah, and also for these kind of things, because we are dealing with the factory directly from our motherland.
Right,
So obviously, once if there's anything with things in the warranty, you can come for us, no problem. And maybe we can just change it for you from the factory directly, not from any second hand or from any side factory.
Right.
We will make sure that every car, once there's a problem, so we can fix
So
for
it's
you.
direct
very
from
quickly.
source.
Yeah, direct from source.
Yeah, so that makes it easier. Now, JB, what other activities are we going to be witnessing there on that day?
Okay, so there's the finance hub. There's the finance hub where we have banks that people can come to discuss financing options. Then there's the insurance hub.
Yeah.
So insurance companies will be there, come and discuss insurance as well. Then there's a corporate fleet acquisition clinic as well. So for corporate institutions that they can come in, I want to acquire a fleet of vehicles for my
company.
For my company. It could be buses, it could be a mix from SUVs to buses to smaller vehicles. You come in, Zonda will be able to do you a deal, a good match as well. So these three key clinics. Then there's a fourth one. People need to understand, you know, people want to buy cars, but sometimes it takes them a while to take that decision, right? So there'll be experts at Zonda who will give you advice on exactly what vehicle fits your personality, your pocket, and even what you do. So there's a consumer clinic hub as well. So these clinics will be happening at the same time at the place. So 13th, 14th August, so Thursday and Friday, from 9 in the morning till 3 in the evening.
Right. Now, one important question. This is to both of you. Visitors are going to come. They're going to be looking at the cars. Can they test drive it?
Exactly. They can do the test drive.
Yes, they can, but of course, it's going to be controlled. Not just everyone can do that, but it's going to be controlled. Another thing, too, is that this is not just for, it's open.
Yeah.
It's not a closed exhibition. It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
Right. But we're doing this so that institutions can come there. So you have all these corporate institutions, government institutions, groups, nurses, doctors, policemen, and all that. They come in so that they can get a good deal.
Right.
Speak to Zonda and see what they can walk away with.
Okay, so what final message do you have for the viewers today?
You're looking for affordable luxury, right? 13th and 14th, it will be on display at the Zonda Tech Showroom at Jowulu. Right. You're looking for advice, financing options, it will be available. Insurance options will be available. I have money, I don't know which car to pick.
Buy,
because when you walk into a showroom, you will be confused.
Very confused.
Because they are so affordable, right? There will be people on hand to be able to walk you through what you can pick based on your personality and based on your pocket.
Right. And Sama, your last message to the viewers?
Okay, so first of all, what I want to say is, apart from my work, apart from like I'm a staff working in the Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, I'm also a I'm also a very crazy fan for all the vehicles. So I know a lot of things according to the customer, because for myself, I also using a car, right? So I know more about those who do not have the cars. Yeah, so maybe there's something about the engine, transmission, chassis, suspension, a lot of things.
You know all that.
Yeah, so during the events, I will be here. So in case you want to, right now in Ghana, we have plenty of the car brand, plenty of the car type, right? So once you come to our showroom, if you have any puzzle to figure out, like, I want to buy a car from Zonda or I want to buy a car from any other company, you want to compare and make your final decision, you can feel free to talk to me.
Okay.
And all of our people, if you are seeing that as we are wearing the Zonda shirts, feel free to talk to them.
Yeah.
All of the salesperson are all willing to help you.
Yeah.
And furthermore, just like what JB told us, right? We are inviting a lot of people from the bank, from the insurance company, so we can make sure this event will be the one-stop event for you to make your final decision.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This has been a great conversation. And I'm sure everyone watching right now is preparing to attend the Auto Sale and Expo that's going to be happening on the 13th and 14th of August at the Zonda Tech showroom. We've been speaking to Joseph Alote, who's the head of technical production right here on Channel 1 TV, and Samuel Moore, who is the product manager for Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. Guys, they have given us all the tidbits that we need to know, all the gist and all the secrets that we need to know when it comes to buying cars. So please, pick up your calendar right now or pick up your phone and then set a reminder for the 13th and 14th of August. We are all heading to the Zonda Tech showroom for the Auto Sale and Expo that is going to be happening. This is where you are going to be experiencing everything cars from Zonda Tech, and every car that can actually fit you, your industry, your personality, the kind of job that you do. And you also get to speak to people who can help you when it comes to insurance, when it comes to financing, and also when it comes to knowing about a particular car that you want to buy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the Auto Sale and Expo conversation. Let's take a quick break and we will be back.
Looking for power, performance, or pure driving comfort? Looking for strength for your business or style for your lifestyle? Welcome to Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your one-stop automobile shop. From heavy-duty trucks built with global powerhouse Sinotrack to premium SUVs and pickups from Great Wall Motors and Cherry. From light-duty commercial trucks to world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sunny Group, Zonda Tech delivers topmost quality brands with affordable luxury. Zonda Tech gives you power, prestige, and performance all in one place. Strong, reliable, affordable. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. Drive the future. Call Zonda Tech on 050-177-2222 or 050-177-3333.
What if your ideas could shape the future of education in Ghana? If you were a brilliant pre-secondary student aged 11 to 15, this is your moment to shine. Welcome to the Literacy Challenge 2026, the national literacy competition that celebrates young thinkers, great writers, and future leaders. This year's challenge is all about artificial intelligence and education. The topic: in not less than 600 words, write a letter to the Minister of Education as a youth consultant discussing the advantages and disadvantages of the use of artificial intelligence (AI) in education. Advise on how Ghana can effectively integrate AI into basic schools to improve teaching and learning, while ensuring that students in rural and underserved communities are not left behind. Remember, your essay must be in your own handwriting, must be endorsed by a parent, guardian or teacher, and include your full contact details. Submit your entry by Thursday, 30th July 2026 at the front desk of Channel 1 TV or PO Box GP 14123 Accra Central. Stand a chance to win 10,000 Ghana cedis cash, a laptop, and earn the title of Ghana's most outstanding all-round pre-secondary student. For more information, call 0205 973 973. The Literacy Challenge 2026 is powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV. And it's proudly sponsored by Prospectus Ghana Limited, SIC Insurance, and Advocates Publishing.
All right, you're welcome back to the show. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 Television. And as I told you earlier, Northern Business Fair is happening in just 2 days. 2 days from today, the biggest business fair in the Northern Ghana is happening. And we are happy. You know, every successful event, you have to have, you know, like-minded people who comes on board to help you. Indeed, they say if you go together, you're able to go far, right? So we are happy to have in studios one of our sponsors, that is the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, who joined forces with us to come up with the second edition of the Northern Business Fair happening on the July 25 and 26 this month, right? Just 2 days from today. And helping us with the conversation, we have Dr. Martin Agoti. He's the head of research department at the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And we also have Banda Abdullah Khalifa. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Correct, yes. Yeah.
All right. So you're welcome, gentlemen. All right. Northern Business Fair. Wondering, Ghana Exports Promotion Authority. First of all, let me ask, what is the what does this sponsorship mean for the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority in promoting and supporting businesses up north?
Well, thank you very much. Good morning to your viewers and listeners alike. For us, the sponsorship or being part of this project provides us the opportunity to do a lot of things. One, it provides us the platform to identify SMEs, to support SMEs, to showcase made in Ghana goods. So for us, it is also another platform to be able to network, assist the SMEs to network and identify new product as well. You know, when you have SMEs showcasing, it is possible that some of them have not heard of Ghana Export Promotion Authority. So it provides us the platform to identify new products and scale them and make them export ready. So for us, it's a big opportunity for us. And it falls part of our mandate as well, of export promotion.
All right. Right, and I know you're not just there to explore these things,
Yeah.
right? So, Dr. Martin Agoti, let me come to you.
Yeah.
What services, what products is the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority bringing on board? What are patrons going to see the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority do at the fair?
Okay, so thank you again for having us. If you look at GEPA, our mandate is to promote non-traditional exports. It's a service delivery organization. So what we do is to help our cherished SMEs to be able to develop and promote made in Ghana products. If you look at the program, we think that is rightly placed. We think that it's a very good platform for us to, like he did mention, to discover new products. When you discover the new products, what you do is that you develop these products for the international market. So we're bringing a lot there. We're going to let them know some of our services, what we do. So for instance, we build capacity through the GEPA Export School. And you notice that if you have to go to the international market, you need to build your capacity. You need to upgrade your knowledge. You need to be able to, to ensure that you are export ready. And at the GEPA Export School, which is one of our flagship functions or roles, what we do is that we build their capacity, we empower them to be able. So that's one. Again, like one of the things too is what we call the market intelligence. Market intelligence is making available to them information relevant for them to be able to guide in their decision making. It will interest you to know that if you look at Northern Ghana, for instance, in terms of product, if you look at the shea nuts, if you look at the shea butter, these two products, if you look at our 2025 non-traditional export statistics report, these two products generated over $350 million to the country. Okay, now, so for the Northern Business Fair, if you are familiar with the North, you know that in terms of the 5 regions, topmost as far as exportable products are concerned has to do with the shea and its derivatives.
Yeah.
Has to do with the bulgur baskets, has to do with soya bean, has to do with fonio, has to do with yams, has to do with granite. The name continues.
And now Fugu is
and
also
Fugu,
there, right?
of course. So what we are doing is we are bringing our services to the doorsteps of these cherished SMEs or entrepreneurs. And don't forget, we have offices in Tamale. We have an office in Bolgatanga. The Tamale is responsible for the Savannah, Northeast and Northern region. And then that of Bolga is responsible for the Upper East and the Upper West region. So yes, the offices are there already. Our services are available. But we think that the Northern Business Fair is a platform where we bring our services closer to the doorsteps of these very cherished exporters or SMEs. Yeah.
Interesting. It's going to be an insightful 2 days for patrons, customers, and business operators who would find themselves at the Tamale Jubilee Park, right? Mr. Abdallah, let me come back to you. What key message are you looking forward for customers and patrons who would be at the fair to take away as far as your organization is concerned?
No, for us, anybody coming to the fair should note that Ghana has a lot of potential. There are many exportable offerings that you would discover at the fair. I'm very sure there would be other state institutions, other parastatals available to provide their services to the various stakeholders that would be there, the various publics that would show up there, including SMEs, including regulatory agencies, to tell you exactly what you need to do to go through the export process. There's opportunity for you to network, all right?
Yeah.
If an SME, there's opportunity to network, to identify key areas to improve, including packaging and labeling. There would also be opportunity for you to interact with financial institutions, both bank and non-bank financial institutions at the fair. And the opportunity would also be there to speak to GEPA directly, to identify how we can take you from the shelf to to the international market space. So there are many opportunities for you to explore as an attendant.
Amazing. Dr. Gotti, how's the experience been like partnering with Channel One Television for the Northern Business Fair, the biggest business fair in the Northern Ghana?
Yeah, the experience been like, it's been great. Of course, we are not, this is not the first time we are partnering, of course, with City. And you guys are doing a very great job, and we are excited to be on board. The experience has been amazing in that the platforms has created by City through these local trade fairs has given GEPA the opportunity, like I did mention earlier, to discover new products through which we are able to develop for the international market. Again, we think that it helps us to expand our work, and what City is doing, we think that is very critical as far as the promotion of Made in Ghana products are concerned. For us, as our mandate, it's not just the local market. Primarily is to get get Made in Ghana products out there on the global stage, but you need to start from somewhere, and starting from somewhere has to do with the local trade fairs, and we think that this is a great platform, and it's been great.
Indeed, it is a great platform. Mr. Abdullah, what would you tell the general public, and particularly the businesses that are going to be at the fair? Finally,
no, for business, for SMEs, and then the other businesses that will be there, it is a great opportunity to discover, to scale, and to identify customers, especially for SMEs, to identify customers, to identify buyers, and to also create partnerships. To create partnerships, because partnership is very important if you want to scale and explore the various markets across the sub-region and beyond.
Right. Thank you very much. So we've been speaking to Dr. Martin Agoti. He is the head of research of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and also the director in charge of services and manufacturing, also at GEPA, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Mr. Banda Abdullah Khalifa. And yes, it's all about the Northern Business Fair. So on the 25th and 26th of July, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day, the Tamale Jubilee Park is going to be turned into a bustling commercial center, and you do not want to miss that opportunity to connect with investors, to connect with state institutions like GEPA, the SIC Insurance PLC. A lot more opportunities is going to be available at the Tamale Jubilee Park. So if you're a business operator, if you're SME, just call us on 0205 973 973 to book a slot. That's the Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. We're going for a quick break. When we come back, there's more.
This has been a great tool across the country on countless sites. You need one. Talk to Zonda.
Charlie, the Friday is set.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports. From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi. We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
Kaleda, you two guys, we love you all, yeah. You guys be hard guys, because See, before we go sign in, we had almost
This is your song.
more than 200.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me.
It's Don't Call Me time.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive. Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV. We want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you that joined us this morning. We've had great conversations. And remember that the Literacy Challenge is on. So do well to let your wards and students be part of it. And also do not forget that this weekend, all road leads to Tamale. We are going to be witnessing the Northern Business Fair at Tamale. It's 2 days, actually. It's going to be 5th and the 26th of July from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. And as Wahab spoke to some of the sponsors, it's really a place for businesses to flourish because you don't know who you are going to meet, you don't know who you're going to be collaborating with, and you don't know who you are going to be selling to and inspired by. Also, do not forget that the auto sales and expo is also going to be coming on at August, and you do not want to miss any of it. So if you want to buy a car, if you want to experience what Zondertech is about, all you need to do is head to their showroom on that day, and you are going to be experiencing every beauty that Mr. Samuel Moore came to talk about on the show. So Wahab, what are your thoughts?
So I think it's been a great day today, insightful conversations and all that. Just like you reminded our viewers again on the Northern Business Fair. The Northern Business Fair, the auto sale that is coming up, of course, the Literacy Challenge 2026. This year is going to be very special. So parents, I know you don't want your world to miss this opportunity to be part of the competition. Prize 10,000 Ghana cedis cash and a brand new laptop. Yes, let us be part, writing on great topic, writing to the Ministry of Education on the need to integrate AI into your education system, not leaving out underserved and students from rural communities. Yeah, so it's been a great day.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the ride.
I actually enjoyed the ride, but happy birthday to Dollar GH, my #1 cocktail plug. Wishing you pure, everlasting love and joy. May all your dreams come true to reality, and may you celebrate more strong years in the land of the living, Paddy. From Manya Simplicity, we also want to say happy birthday to one of our directors in-house, Pearl Hammond. Happy birthday to you from Breakfast Daily production team. Want to say have a beautiful one. My name is Chris Carter, and it's been great doing this with you guys this morning.
And I am Wahab Abdulrazak. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of our programs.